Hello. How is everybody tonight? Okay, so got a question for you guys tonight. Before I ask a question, thumbs up in the chat, please. I hope everybody's doing well. This is going to be a very interactive. Y'all know me, I like to talk, but it's going to be very interactive. StreamYard link will be open like it is every Sunday for any and all participants. But I have a question for you guys today. I'm just waiting for a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Okay, no, I think we're good, right? You guys can hear me? Okay. I'm just wait for confirmation before I start rambling because I got a spicy one for y'all tonight. Whew, appreciate it. Oh, what a great week. What a great weekend. Today was a good day, family day. Vibes are very high, but y'all know we got to talk about some things. So let's undress it. This is my question to you guys, right? I've been on YouTube I guess, hold on, let's see, a year and I think it's been like 19 or 20 months. It's been great. Love it. I love this. I love it. Many other people that have made videos about the gig economy have been around a lot longer than I have. Channels way better than mine. Some channels worse. It is what it is, right? Some give great information. Some been doing this longer. Things change. Trends change. Marketplaces change. The buying power and confidence that the consumers have change. So let me ask you guys a question. I've been seeing some things, and a lot of things have happened in the last month. It's been about a month. It's exciting things. It gives us a lot to talk about. It gives us things to argue about. And that's what people like. One side wants to be right, one side wants to be proven right, one side wants to prove the other side wrong. It's a big pissing contest, right? Should Are gig tubers wrong? Are all gig tubers wrong? Put it in the chat. I'm going to be in the chat in a minute. Should all the tips and tricks videos, or most of them, should they be deleted from the YouTube archives? Should I delete my videos when I talk about try this, do that, do this, do that? Should all YouTube, do we have a responsibility to delete content that is either possibly obsolete or only works for us in our market? A lot of really smart people out here said that they got it figured out and they're really going for it. Some people say there's a cap. Doordash controls you. You can only make what they want you to make. If that's the case, all the tips and trick videos need to go away. We shouldn't have channels giving advice because we have no control and we're capped. I'm not saying I believe one thing or the other. I'm asking you guys these questions. Forget about me for a second. Y'all know how, listen, Petty Pedro ain't coming out tonight. I'm asking the viewers. StreamYard link will be open. It's going to be an interactive live. With so many channels out there and everybody having an opinion, are all gig tubers wrong? Because at the end of the day, are we all just feeding our own narcissism? And are we all just trying to prove something? Are some of us just trying to prove something? Is it all a money grab? Is it all just about clicks and views? What crazy thumbnail can I put up? Are we doing more harm than good? Is Richard Sin City Deliveries doing all this for money? Is DoorDash paying them? He charges for a Discord, which I don't disagree with, to hold your hand for a week. Give me $40. I'll show you how to make money. But will that work for everybody? Is it market dependent? Some people are saying Top Dasher works for them. That is great because at the end of the day, we should all just want to make the most amount of money that we can. Can't hate on anybody for making more money. And if their experience is better for them and they're feeling that and they feel confident and they feel better and they're making more money, we should applaud that. We should not dog Top Dashers for that. But I'll pose one more question before we get it cracking all the way. I heard today somebody say, Yeah, it's hard to really do the top dasher for me in my market for that week. It's hell week or it's hell 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, however long you do it, taking all the bad orders. And I'm making money. Well, duh, everybody's making money. If you're out in your car and you do a 275 delivery going a mile, you're making money. But are you making profits? Because I hear people say it's tough. I'm making money, but yeah, some of the miles are crazy. I got to sometimes do this and I don't feel good about it. Nobody can debate that. We all feel they feel that, right? But then the next sentence is, well, yeah, I used to when I was multi-apping, I was making this, but now I can make this with just DoorDash, which could be true. But if you were multi-apping and making good money, why'd you stop? And if you're multi-apping and making good money, but you're still willing to sacrifice some of the days out of your month to make maybe the same money you were when multi-apping? Make it make sense. Isn't profits the only thing that matters? But at the end of the day, are all gig tubers wrong? Everything's changing. We would have never heard this kind of talk last year. No way. But things do change. We learn. We have to adapt. We talk about that here. We talk about multi-apping. We talk about figuring out the apps and getting out, right? So this isn't top dasher versus non-top dasher, clown this, clown that. We're way past that. At the end of the day, we still have so many different people having different opinions. And in my opinion, it's because we're in different markets. There's just as many people saying I was a top dasher that didn't make money as new ones are saying that they are making more money. It all starts with the consumer, in my opinion. They have to place the order. You have to be out when they do it. That's it. I don't believe DoorDash is holding orders in a queue for top dashers. That's nonsense. Okay. I mean, if you think a company's holding an order for you and holding it hostage that's bad customer service. But I wouldn't be surprised because DoorDash is DoorDash. But at the end of the day, open up your mind to figure out how to make the best money in your market and do that. Nobody, myself included, should tell you, I got the magic potion. I figured out the algorithm. You're capped. You can only make this. If that's the case, listen, if we're capped, none of these tips and trick videos make any difference. We should all get rid of our channels and just treat them as straight entertainment. I don't want to see one more tip and trick video because if that's the case, it doesn't matter. You turn the app on, DoorDash is going to dictate what you get. It's a fun time in the gig space, but should we delete our channel? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing here? People are saying Pedro's backpedaling. He's Pedro's backpedaling. I love it. I love it. And I'll be completely transparent with you guys. I love it because we talk about division, we talk about bringing community together, we talk about this, we talk about that. That's exactly what we're doing here. I want you guys to let that soak in. The 165 that are here, hit the thumbs up for your boy. I just dropped a bomb on y'all. The one thing we're doing on this channel is bringing people together. Bringing people together. I could do that. What happens afterwards, that's on y'all. You guys are adults. We should be bringing people together that have different opinions, different markets, different styles, a different way to articulate a message, a different goal set, a different plan for their future. That is what it's about. Don't you think? I think so. And I like the place that we're at right now because at the end of the day, either you're going to try something and you make more money or you try it and you don't, but you learn something either way. Right. For me, in my market, I find out multi-apping and being selective works. I don't think I can squeeze more money out of it. Like, I can make what I make, and some days are a little bit better, some days are a little bit worse. And I think that can be the same for most of us. You're going to make in your market what the market allows, and you could do little things here or there to make a $5 difference, which is huge. But then that's about it. The market caps you. The consumers cap you, not the apps. The apps are the middleman. But are all gig tubers wrong? I'm a gig tuber. You can call me that. I don't care. Whatever. Should I delete my videos? Should we get rid of the videos where I told you guys how to find the hidden tips? I mean, I was doing that before most people. What do we do? What are we doing here? Should I get rid of every video? Nothing matters anymore. According to some, nothing matters. Doesn't matter. According to others, Top Dasher's the way to be. That's the way. I don't know. I don't know yet. It's too early to call. Nobody knows. In one market, it could work for you, maybe because there's not as many. In another market, Top Dasher might not work because maybe that market has a lot of Top Dashers, or maybe the customers are cheaper. Maybe there's not a lot of big orders, so the priority doesn't matter. Nobody knows. But I'll be honest, the Petty Pedro is going to come out for just about 30 seconds. I'm going to drop a bomb on you guys. You guys have to realize, and most of y'all do, this is entertainment. Let's not forget that. This is YouTube. A lot of things will be said for effect. People will want to come on my channel because they realize a lot of people will see it. People will use my name, other people's names, clickbait, hashtag this, that, to get attention. That's the way the world works. But man, are all gig tubers wrong? I think at some point, yeah, we're all humans. All of us, the 182 in the chat, hit the thumbs up. We're all wrong and right different days of the week. You know. But should we stop with the tips and the tricks? The algorithm's changing, it's not changing, who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, this, the place we're at right now, it just seems like a big pissing contest, and everybody's just waiting to see who falls next. This channel is about this up here. Doordash is a tool in my tool belt, as it is for many of you guys. That's all it is. That's all Uber is. That's all Instacart is. It's a tool. That's it. It's nothing more. It's a tool to make money, and it's a tool to do this to get out at some point. I've literally been talking about that for a year and a half. So the backpedaling and, no tip, no trip is dead. And I see a lot of things. People send me stuff. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. And I think it's great for entertainment. And I think a lot of you guys watch for that reason. And then the ones that are getting information to try to better their situation, I think on either whatever aisle you're on, like this, that, or the other, if you're making more money, that's all that matters. Profitability. Nothing else matters. If we deliver to a miserable human being that backs a tip out, that's right. I said it, and I'll say it again for the people in the back. If you deliver to a miserable human being that knowingly backs a tip out because they don't value your time, do that if you're making money. If you choose to be a cherry picker, selective, and like the big orders, do that if you're making money. But just remember, everybody's going to want your attention to get your money. I want you guys to remark that. I said it at 1334. Is Sin City Deliveries being paid by DoorDash? Somebody said he got a $65,000 deal he struck this week. Is DoorDash paying him? I'm not starting. I'm asking you guys a question. Some people think that. YouTubers, myself, Bentley, other people, they're getting paid. They're shills. They're getting paid. They're getting paid. They're tricking you guys. There are people that think that. Open mic. Let's put the link in. Oh, Richard's in here. What's up? Richard, answer the people. Is DoorDash paying you to talk about Top Dasher? Because if I'm DoorDash, it's a brilliant move on their end. And it's a brilliant move on your end as well. Somebody wants to give me 65,000, 100,000, I'll take it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. DoorDash wants to give me $100,000. I don't know. Maybe I don't know yet. I'd have to weigh all the factors. But what I'm saying is, I would not shame anybody or feel bad if somebody took the bag to to talk about a program this way. I wouldn't. And I'm not saying Top Dasher's bad, but there are people that think he's getting paid. What do y'all think? He's here. He can answer himself. He can come in if he wants. But actually, Richard's going to come on next week. So we're going to talk about a little panel of what's going on. I think it's fun to talk about. This is entertainment. Okay? YouTube is entertainment. Uh, yeah, hold up. Hold on. Let me put this comment up. Hold on. Yeah, I am not saying a company paying you is a bad idea. Hold up. Somebody says I get money from Solo. Let me put that up here right here. Hold on. We're gonna get this night going. Don't worry, y'all. Pedro, yes, hold up. Absolutely, Brandon. Let me make it even more clear to everybody that's here. There we go. Yep. Your boy. I don't take money from Solo. I work with Solo and I do things with my time, and it's a good app, and you guys get to choose if you want to use it or not. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? This making money, there's nothing wrong with making money. Listen, we live in America. I'm trying to make money for my family. What I'm saying is there anything wrong with that? No, I don't. I'm asking questions here, right? Because think about it. I think as gig tubers, I think we're all wrong on some level because markets are different, and anybody that thinks it's the same is kidding themselves, right? They just are. Now, could things be shifting and changing because DoorDash is doing things? Absolutely. None of us will know it. And really, I can't know it until maybe I would try things. But why try it? If I can make good money multi-apping and I'm profitable, why go through hell for a week or a month? Like I see all these other people doing this stuff and they're knowingly saying, this sucks. I'm not making as much money, or that was hard, just to make what I could make when I'm doing something already. I hope that makes sense for somebody. Because if you're going to align yourself with one app, just DoorDash, let's say, you could get deactivated, something can happen, and then what do you have? During that week where you're taking maybe some orders that are questionable. We all know you don't have to take all the crap, but some are questionable. We can't deny that. What if something happens, you get deactivated? Do you have another app to fall back on? I'm going to keep preaching the multi-app game because I believe in that. I think for some of you guys that are making money with just one app, I applaud you because you're making money. But you have to think beyond the one app. What's the next step? What are you doing about this right here? Right? Let me put the link in. Oh, we have some of my favorite people in the chat. Let me paste the link. Oh, hold up. La 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 la. Hold on. Let me get in here. Copy. Okay, there we go. It's open for everybody. And listen, I bring you're not building the pyramids. Yes, we are not building the yeah, we're not. Let me say hi to the chat. I've been ignoring you guys for 17 minutes. What I'm saying is, should we just delete our channels? The advice that we give, does it work for everybody? No. If you're out in Cali and you're making videos about this and that, Prop 22 is over there. How can somebody in St. Louis relate to that? You cannot. We do have a responsibility to actually be honest about what we're saying, right? And and another thing, if your market's capped, all the tips and trick videos mean nothing. If you turn your app on and DoorDash dictates what you make, then it doesn't matter. Take everything because you're gonna make the same anyway. Some people say that. What do you guys think? StreamYard link is live. Okay, I want to go ahead and give some shout outs to everybody. Y'all know me. I like to ramble, but this is open forum night. That's really the only topic that I have. If anybody's offended because I asked a question, oh, maybe is Richard getting paid? It's a question. I didn't say it was truth. I'm not the one that came up with that. Listen, and is it bad to be a shill? If a company wants to pay you to talk about the company, Solo pays me. I have no problem with that. No problem at all. Right? I've been paid by Buckle, Para, Solo. I make videos with Harry, the rideshare guy. Get paid for those. That's part of the hustle, baby. I'm not going to apologize for that, but it's all good information. Okay. What up, Hector, Yost, Gary, delivering with Ellen. Hello, Jeff, Juice, Renee, TD, Daphne. I see Jessica in the house. Thank you, Jessica. I don't think I've seen you here before commenting. I hope you're still watching. Thank you. What up, Real Talk with Roy? William Anderson. What up? Dashing Grandpa. Always lovely to see you. Yost Malone. What up? What up? I see DoorDash Rick. Always a pleasure, Rick. I appreciate you coming in with your opinions. I know sometimes it's different than mine. I love it. Bring it. Smacking ass. What up? I see Dub G always cherry pick, says, wow, I'm sitting here. Agreeing with Pedro tonight. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. Hell has frozen over. We have Thomas in the house. We have Mr. D. I saw Sin City in here. Tony, the Driven Dad. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Hannibal, my brother, what up, man? Let's see. Nova Dasher, okay. Napa, all right, all right. Pedro Yos Malone needs a wrench. Oh, he doesn't have a wrench. I'll get him a wrench. Okay, let's just talk about this. I see I got some people in here. I'm going to bring you guys in a moment. Shout out to the 200. Listen, hit the thumbs up for your boy. Hit the thumbs down. Let your voice be heard. Let YouTube do its thing. I want to bring some people in. This is the topic I want to talk about. Are all gig tubers wrong? My opinion on that is yes. Not all the time, but we definitely, on some level, all hold responsibility for either giving out bad information sometimes. Some of them do, some of us do it knowingly. Speaking from a place where we should be more like, hey, you know what, it is just my market, and giving less advice sometimes, right? Or some of us are just steering you completely down the wrong path for their own personal reasons, whether it's finance or whatever else. You guys seen Nugs in a video about clickbaiting. There are some really bad clickbait videos, like really bad, right? And I'm not somebody that will ever cancel culture somebody, knock somebody's hustle. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. But we can call a spade a spade. And clickbait, is it really even that bad? It's not just in our arena, guys. All channels, I mean, all different niches. Hannibal did a video about this, the finance industry. It is what it is. That's how they get your attention so you can listen to the message, right? It is what it is, right? But that's the topic tonight. I'll speak for myself. I'm going to not speak for anybody else. Should I delete some of my videos? Is some of my information obsolete at this point? If the Top Dasher program is changed and shifted, which it might be, I don't know. Some people say that it's changing, and I saw somebody today say, well, now they might have us be Top Dasher. You got to do it on a weekly basis. Keep 70% acceptance. That's possible. Wouldn't be surprising to me. All right. Should we get rid of these videos? If there is a market cap, then what are we doing here? Why do we have 300 channels talking about tips and tricks, and I can help you make more money? Make $35 an hour. Why? Now, I know I've helped some people because they've told me, hey, I'm making more money now. Thank you. That's great. A lot of other people can help as well, right? Because you're going to find somebody that fits what you got going on, makes sense for your market. You roll with it. You win, you lose, you figure it out. This isn't rocket science. This isn't the pyramids. It's food delivery. This is what's important to me. This is what we're talking about here. This. What do you guys think? I've already rambled way too much. All right, so I like Mushi's vid, says Jessica. I'm gonna put Jessica's thing up here. I like Jessica. She's from DR. She's from around my way. Hold on. Let me see what she said. Let me put it up here if I can. She says, I like Mushi's vids. I thought his titles were ironic this whole time. Didn't realize we were supposed to assume he was going to discuss the topic. That's kind of funny. But yeah, Mushi cool. I mean, love his energy. Yeah. But hey, if you click on a video, it's all good. Dancing Grandpa says, never delete what you've already said. Oh, absolutely. I won't. Yeah. I've deleted one video on my channel. But yeah, it's a question just to think about it, right? Because, we have a lot of theories, and some of them are, listen, it's theories, right? We're speaking from a place of opinion and theories. We all have one like a butthole, and it's cool. I think the sensitivity needs to take it down a notch. We're all just trying to be out here to give information and or entertain and or motivate, maybe inspire, give relatable content so you don't feel like you're always alone in your car, because most of us are. That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. So we can bring 100 top dashers saying, I'm making more money. I'll show you 100 that tried it and said they didn't. It doesn't matter. It's my opinion. It's one guy's opinion in the middle of the country, St. Louis, Missouri. It should mean nothing to some of y'all. Are all gig tubers wrong? What up, John? Spicy episode for y'all tonight. Okay. So Brandon, I'm gonna put this last one up. We all make mistakes. Pedro made a video way back confronting customer that you live. Yes, Brandon, absolutely. That was a horrible video. I let my pride and ego get in the way. I was new at dashing, didn't know any better, was super pissed off. And I made a video since saying this is what not to do. Don't do that. So absolutely, it's a great point, right? But we're all wrong at some point. And some of us are wrong more than others. But man, I feel like right now we're in a weird space. And I think I have a little bit to blame because I interact with a lot of different channels. I'm super annoying. I make a video every day. We go live every Sunday. I'm very consistent. I do rock the cage a little bit here and there. I'm a very opinionated. I don't hold back. I'm not one of these PR channels that's just like, I'm going to say everything great because I got a sponsor. Screw that. I'm always going to be myself. And that upsets some people, right? But like we all make mistakes. Like everybody's trying to be right. And everybody's waiting. I'm going to prove everybody right and wrong. And I'm going to be the last man standing at the top of the mountain. Listen, you guys can stand on that mountain. I'm building another mountain over here. I'll have a different mountain. So you guys can stand on the top, right? I'm not on the top right now. I'm somewhere in the middle, in my opinion. But that's why I'm building a different one. And then whoever wants to rock with me over there can rock with me over there. But the pissing contest is like, woo! But it makes for good entertainment. So I'm going to remind you all that. This is entertainment. I want to remind all the drama, and people make drama on purpose. It's for entertainment. It's for clicks and views. I know a lot of you guys know that. That's a fact. Okay. I thought that was good. That was fine. Good little 26-minute intro. Are we good now? Are we ready? Are we hot? Are you sweating? Are you perspiring under your armpits and your forehead? Are you ready to go? Let's bring Mr. Flex in real quick. Let me put my headphones on. Let's see what Mr. Flex has got to say. This is y'all's. I'm going to put the link in again. This is y'all's night. Let me put this banner up real quick. Hold up. Let me see. Are all gig tubers wrong? Okay, hold up. Let me put in this right here. Okay. Join up. What up, Dash and Trader? I've been watching your shorts, man. I've been catching up. What up? All right. Let's bring Flex in and see what he's got to say. Flex, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, a little bit of background noise, but I can hear you.
Sorry about that.
So what do you got on your mind?
Just wanted to say, a couple of years ago, Tony paid me $80,000 to cherry pick. So,
so why would he pay you $80,000 to have an 8% acceptance rate? Explain.
Yeah, my acceptance rate? No, it was 0 when I was cherry picking. You know,
okay,
it was
okay.
basically always below 10, usually.
$80,000. So he paid you $80,000 so that you could come on YouTube and talk about that side, and he paid somebody else $80,000 to talk about the other side, just to confuse all of us, right?
That's what it sounds like.
I can get down with that. And you know what? If Tony wrote me a check for $80,000 and said, "Hey Pedro, keep making your videos, keep cherry picking," I will cash that check tomorrow. No problem.
But not literally, obviously, so people don't take it the wrong way.
I get that. I get that 100%. But let me ask you a question. Do you think that is it possible some people can get paid from these gig apps to make certain content? What do you think about that? Is that too much of a conspiracy theorist?
I'm sure, but there's contracts probably to where they can't speak about it. There might be. You never know.
Yeah,
but I don't. No, listen. With Mr. Slim City, I don't think that's the case.
Neither do I. I want to say that on record. I want to say that on record. Yeah, I don't think so.
Because whatever the paid program, that's the agenda.
Yeah, I want to say that on record because I don't want nobody's feelings to get hurt. I don't think. But I saw that.
That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion because people came back to me and said, like, did you know that, this and this and blah, blah, blah. And they're taking money from people. I went, see, that's the whole agenda. I'll come teach you, but you got to pay me.
Yeah. And you know what? That could be it. He's going to be on here next week.
So
that's confirmed. Yeah. So I'll ask him and he'll give us the honest answer. I believe that. And I think that, I'm never going to knock a man's hustle. Like, hey, listen, and if you're spending time with people, helping them, that I want to get paid for my time too. So I don't necessarily, I know you kind of disagree with it. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I definitely think that him coming on the channel talking, I mean, he's got a lot more subs. His channel got monetized now. He's making $40 from people. He's obviously got the bag. So he did something right. Smart
Yeah,
young man. I think he's
yeah.
super smart. So I can't take that from him at all. You know what I'm saying? So interesting.
That's
Hey man.
that's what I always say. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Like technically, if I wanted to make money off people, I could have done that a long time ago. It's
Yep.
just like I said, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Yeah. No, I think at the end of the day, I think it's just we got to realize we have channels, we make content, whatever, but like there's always an agenda behind it sometimes, right? Even with you don't care about the clicks and the likes. You don't ask people to subscribe, but you
Never.
like to, I know that because you've said it multiple times, right? And you're just doing your thing. But I also think, and you tell me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. My opinion is you enjoy the camaraderie, the community. You like the Discord, you like people coming in, you're chatting, you go live after your dash. You like that kind of communication. It's like it's your vibe. Like you like to just hang out with people. It's a
Exactly.
lounge, right? That's why you do it. So
Correct.
that's the agenda behind the channel. It's just a different agenda, and it all serves. We have to understand it's all serving something, a purpose, right? Whether it's monetary or hanging out or just whatever, like shooting the shit with people, eating ice cream together. Like it's all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is, So cool. Hey, how was your week this week, man? You don't have to share numbers, but you had a good week, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 1,300. I always share my numbers because some
Nice.
people try to discredit me. The other day, as you remember.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
Yeah.
always show my numbers. I always tell my numbers. I got no problem sharing that stuff.
Yeah. That's a good week, man. That's what's up. And I get are you working tomorrow for
And I,
Labor Day?
and I, and I guess my cap for this week was at $34 or $32 an hour.
Yeah, get out of it. Listen, man. I don't, I've already listened, and that's what's cool. Everybody can have an opinion and theories, but like, let me just say this because I'm going to go to the next one after this, Flex.
No
If
problem.
if you're capped at that, then what I said earlier, like we should have no videos about tips and tricks because it means nothing, right? So
Exactly.
if DoorDash caps us, I don't want to see one more tip and trick video. I might vomit in my mouth if that's the case because it doesn't matter. What we do makes no matter at all if there's a cap. I think that's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard, but that's just one man's opinion. So
The only cap could be is the customer tip. They cut you off a certain amount because they only tip so much.
yeah, right.
That's
I
it.
think
And it's simple.
it starts with the consumer, and that's why somebody in Vegas could make maybe more in their market on a good day than somebody in St. Louis, maybe because the tips are better, the median income's better, the restaurants, all that crap. So, hey man, I appreciate you coming in, brother.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, talk to you later. All right, I'm gonna bring some other people in. Sin City Delivery says Top Dasher gives you priority access to orders. You can't deny that anymore. I think there could be truth to that, absolutely, but I don't think any of us know 100%. But I'm not discrediting that. That's for sure. That is for sure, 100%. And listen, Sin City will be on next week. He's going to be on. I know he'll be back. It's going to be a great conversation. I got some spicy questions for him. He's got some spicy questions for me. We'll share some numbers. We'll share some information. We'll have some other people that tried the Top Dasher deal coming on from his side. We'll have some non-Top Dashers on. We're going to have a really good conversation next week. I can't wait. Okay, so let's see here. Let's bring Kobe. Hold up. This is an OG right here. What up, man? Kobe. Take those crap orders, put them in. Asking about Hell Week numbers. Oh, so Jessica says, ask him about Hell Week numbers. Let's talk about that for a second. So Jessica Gonzalez says, ask him about Hell Week numbers. So if anybody that's a Top Dasher wants to answer that, you guys can. I definitely think there are Top Dashers that are making good money. I'll say this. I think last year we clowned Top Dashers. It was a running joke. I don't think that works anymore, guys. I think there's a subset of Top Dashers that are working the system in a good way for them. I 100% stand by that. But my whole thing is if you got to go through Hell Week and your profits are lower, and they're going to be, Why not just mount that app? Also, if you get better orders, if your acceptance rate's higher and you're making more money, why go from 100% and the next week you're down to 3? Don't you get good orders? Isn't there more orders to take? That doesn't make sense either. We'll talk about that next week, though. We have a lot to discuss next week. It's going to be fun. And then after next week, I'm going to be like done with the conversation. So, and then everybody will just make their money and I'll go on to other things. And Richard will go on to other things and everything's going to be great and everybody's going to have success. And that's how we'll do it. So, all right. So I see Krusty Surfer, alias Top Dasher. We're going to bring him in. I see Smacking Ass. It's been a while, my friend. We're going to bring you in. I see Bud Soda. We'll bring him in. I see Marion. And I see Luke. So what we'll do is we'll bring in Bud Soda, Krusty, and we'll bring in Smacking Ass together. Marion and Luke, I'll bring you guys in after I talk to Bud Soda and these guys. So we're going to get these guys on for 10, 15 minutes. Gentlemen, make sure you don't have any background noise. Make sure you're ready to rock. And let's not talk over each other. Let's talk about, are all gig tubers wrong? Does tip and tricks videos, do they mean anything? Should we delete them? I don't know. Listen, let's talk about it. All right, let's bring these guys in. Let's see. So we got Krusty. What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Aloha, man. Yeah, I'm currently on a delivery right now in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, nice. What's up? I don't. Yeah. I hear myself in the background a little bit.
Yeah, well, whatever the noise cancellation stuff that's going on, I'm sorry if there's a bunch of background noise.
It's cool. I'm gonna bring
the best I can do.
I'm gonna bring these other two gentlemen real quick. Smacking Ass. What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
Going on?
What's up, man? What's up? And I'll bring in Bud Soda real quick. What's up, Bud Soda?
Hey, can you take me to the next group because I'm about to have my job off.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so let me remove him. All right, gentlemen. So let me bring this up. What do you guys think about gig tubers? Are we all just wrong at the end of the day?
No. Oh, most of you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
TD, you go first.
Okay. I don't think all gig tubers are wrong. It's all about different perspective, and each market is going to be completely different. You know what I'm saying? And we need to stay out of each other's pockets. Because we discussed this about 6 months ago.
We did. Say it one more time.
No, I said we all need to stay out of each other's pockets. And everything is market dependent.
I agree.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I definitely think it's market dependent, and I definitely think there's some of us that can help people with certain little scenarios and things like that. But we just have to do what's best for us, and hopefully, if you're doing that, you're making some good profits for yourself. TD, what do you say?
I can second that motion. I think it's all market dependent, and the algorithm's different in everybody's market. They were running different programs where I'm at before they were ever running them in other places. So I think it all is entirely dependent on what DoorDash parent company, what the program writers, and what the board executives want. And so everybody's market is dependent, and everybody's speaking as far as the gig tubers go. Everybody is in a different market. So everybody's got a different opinion. I think they're all valid.
Okay, I like that. And I think, let me ask you gentlemen real quick. I'll start with Smacking Ass. When you watch YouTube, why do you watch a particular gig content? What do you looking for? Like, what do you watch? What do you get out of it?
Some things I watch just to watch because I like, I like watching different pages. And half the time, if you look at all the gig tubers, you pretty much have the same content, but just a different perspective. And I can see what I'm doing wrong, and kind of adjust my delivery or you know what I'm saying? Like, but the algorithm, but all this algorithm stuff, we are walking, living algorithms. You see what I'm saying? And that algorithm is going to be based on your hustle. And I said it before. It's like I like watching. I don't like watching the doom and gloom Doordash videos. I hate it. So for me, when you say bet on yourself, so that means it takes work to get to a certain level. And it's like I've watched channels grow. And certain channels I just stopped watching because it got on my nerve.
Yeah, I hear you. What about you, TD? Why do you watch gig content, man? What do you get out of it?
I can basically fish out gems for myself from everybody's channel, you know, basically.
Yeah.
I think everybody's got something that matters, and if it doesn't, it just goes into the memory banks. All right, gonna do a delivery. Be right back.
All right, man.
What's up, boss?
Hey, I can grab it for you.
He's actually making a delivery.
He's making his money. He's making his money.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm okay with dogs too. I like dogs.
Oh yeah, those guys are nice too. My buddy was just like, "Will you grab it for me?" I was like, "Yeah,
let's just listen.
There you go, my friends. Have a good night. Enjoy.
That was awesome. All right, gentlemen. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming in. I got a few people waiting. I'm just glad you guys share your perspective with us, and I hope you guys have a great Labor Day tomorrow. All right.
All right, man.
Aloha, everybody.
Out there.
All right, man.
Just safe driving. All right.
Okay, so let's see. Let me get this together here. 1 second, guys. I see 3 people waiting to get you guys in a moment. Sorry for the echo. If you guys are coming in, make sure your YouTube is off in the background. So I shared a StreamYard link with you, but you have to just vibe with that link. Don't watch yourself on YouTube. If there's an echo, I'm gonna mute you. So I'm gonna give you guys a minute to kind of figure that out. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on. I think he was working, and let me get rid of this one. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So what do you and this is where I think, okay, and hit the thumbs up if you guys haven't yet on the way in. Taquim, what up, brother? How are you? TN, I'm Nefarious. What up, Dave? What up, Joe Who? Lauren, hello. Dash and Trader, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Not necessary, but appreciate that for being a member. Nova, what up? Yes, I can, Nova, in 1 second. I think it is market, that's my opinion. It's my opinion. And I think that at the end of the day, just do what works for you and just use YouTube as entertainment. And if you're new, you're coming in, a lot of us can offer some tips and tricks. I showed you guys how to find hidden tips. We talk about little customer service tips and this and that, and maybe when to start and how to dash along the way, how to schedule, how to get in a large order program, how to get into pizza. These are all valuable things that we talk about, especially for people that are new, right? Or sometimes YouTube could just be a reminder for somebody that's been out here grinding for a while. And you know what? I want to watch, Bud Soda do a stack. I want to watch Gig Lebowski go for top dash, or I want to watch Kim's Side Money Plans because she motivates me and I love her hustle as a mom. Like you're going to watch who you want to watch, and that's that, and make it your own. But I think we got to be careful, some of us gig tubers, giving out information and like it's fact, like it's this, like I cracked the algo. And man, listen, I think that's really bad. That's just my opinion. But also the other side of that is if we're helping people make more money, and I think some of us are, that's great. That's the positive, right? Like at the end of the day, if the people that are watching you, if they're telling you they're making more money, we have to applaud that. We have to applaud that, right? And I think a lot of us that have channels, we do get emails and a Discord message and a comment in a comment section. Hey, thank you, Gig Lebowski. I'm making more money. Appreciate you for getting me on that Instacart. Pedro, thanks, man. I find out the hidden tip indicator. I'm making more money. Like we all get that on some level, and that should feel good, right? All right. Let's stay in the comments for a minute, and then I'll bring you guys in. Let's see, Delivering with Ellen. What up? I hope put the prayer hands in the chat for Gig Lebowski. I know he wasn't feeling well last week. I see Ed in here. Yost Malone. What's bad is good, says Brandon. What up, Rico Dash? Hello. I did my research. It's facts. So Dub G says, I did my research. It's facts. That's fantastic. And you know what? I will say this as well. DoorDash changes things. So Top Dasher could have been trashed last year. It's possible. Maybe it's better. Maybe they did change something because they want to reward drivers for delivering more orders. But are they really? Because we go from 100% down to 5% 2 days later. So it's like, what's really happening? Is it a loophole? I don't know. But if you're making more money, I applaud that every day of the week. Every day. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, sing your heart out. Yeah, what's up? Appreciate that. I'm just listen. Happy birthday. Whose birthday is it today? Whose birthday is it? Hold on. Is it your birthday? Happy holiday. Sorry. Tomorrow's Labor Day. I thought it said birthday. Sorry. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's bring in a few more guests here. I got Marion. Hello. Can you hear us?
Affirmative.
Awesome. And I'm going to bring Luke in as well. Luke, can you hear us?
Yeah, bro, I can hear you.
Awesome. All right. So what do you guys think about tonight's topic? What do you got in your mind? Marion, I'll go with you first.
Alrighty. I'm going to be completely 110% real. Most of the gig tubers out there make these clickbait titles to grab attention. But are they really talking about the title in their video? 95% of the time, I personally feel they don't. It's because they're trying to manipulate the YouTube algorithm for themselves and not for their subscribers, to make them money, for them to be profitable. But there's the rare 5% that do it honestly to help people. For example, I personally think one of the people that are keeping it 100 with everybody, and they're saying that he's boring and all that, but he shows his full live stream when he's working, and that's Flex, in my personal opinion. Yes, he jokes around, but he keeps it at 110% because he shows you his 11, 12-hour shifts all day, 7 days a week, for example. Does he do clickbaiting titles? No, he doesn't. But does he keep it real? Yes, he does. So that's what I personally think. Now, Pedro, don't hate on me.
Oh, never. No,
I'm
please
keeping it.
speak your mind. Speak your
I'm
mind.
keep. I'm keeping it 100. You post videos all the time as well, daily.
Every
But
day.
I understand there are new people that come to your channel, which is fine. They're curious. But sometimes I feel it can be redundant. However, if there are new people, you can mention, hey, I have other clips in my stream that can help you. Let me discuss another topic. You always mention, Pedro, that you are about this is a stepping stone for people to grow, because we really cannot rely on Doordash. Is Doordash going to be here tomorrow? How do we know? We don't know. We don't know smack about if Doordash is going to be here tomorrow. Corner Shop was taken over by Uber Eats, and the app is gone. So I personally think, in my opinion, yes, you can do the lives once in a while, show us what you do, but maybe instead of those daily videos, maybe discuss about other things that can motivate people to to do what, as a stepping stone. For example, you have your vending machine business. I don't want you to maybe talk about, this is what I did, this is the business plan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but say, hey, I use DoorDash's money for, and this is my side business, and bring in new topics. You can say the chat like, hey, and this is a good question. For example, I'm in a new market, Pedro. I don't know what to do. However, hey, I got a great video. It's in my history, because you mentioned earlier that you do not take your videos down. So that is my personal opinion. That's all I have to say.
I like it. I like it. I appreciate the honesty. I think you definitely are on to something with different types of videos. And, I try to do that sometimes, but the redundant thing, you're 100% right. I cannot, argue with that at all. I'm definitely super redundant. So, Luke, what do you say to the topic at hand, my friend?
Oh, what's up, bro? So, yeah. First, I want to say what's up, man. I love seeing, no matter what you're doing or talking about, I love seeing people do good shit. You know what I mean? Like it's really cool. So to this topic, it's really interesting because I actually just got through with the program through somebody, a YouTuber, and it helped me, right? So I'll just be honest here, right? You're a professional, I'm a professional. We're all can be, respectable professionals. Most YouTubers, I think, I tried different ones. I Doordash. I'm a single father. I just got out of the military, and I'm a single father 24/7, and I'm a photographer. So in order to chase my passion, this is something that offers me the freedom to be able to pay my bills, provide stuff for my little girls, and to continue to chase my passion until that passion brings more income than this. So most of YouTube, the mic and the Bentleys and they throw little tidbits out there. Yeah, maybe they're doing it for kudo points and to get followers and stuff. But that's your freedom. That's your right as a human. So I just took Sin City Deliveries tutorial. Yeah. And you pay a fee. But the real question is what did that do for me? So this is objective. I went full out for 2 days. And my average before that, was work at 9. And I live in Oklahoma City. That's my current market. So first I want to say that I do think that this is dependent, obviously, on the market that you're in. If you live in a very small market with not a lot of restaurants that have big orders, you're obviously not going to get as much as if you're in Dallas or New York or whatever. But absolutely. I went from dashing from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 nights a week, to maybe make 200, to doing this program that he offered, and going from that to doing 240 in 6 hours active time. Nice. And so, with me being in the military, I'm really a details guy, bro. Like I really look in between the details. Like I need to test this objectively. His system works. Becoming a top dasher, and then not using a new better program they have. Not that doesn't work, right? If you don't have top dasher, you need to be on that. You need to be on that 50% or higher on your AR, correct? If you want some kind of, Doordash is trying to make us take more orders. We all know this. So there are a few people that actually, I think, right, and maybe you're one of them. I've seen a few of your videos. But there are a few people that actually genuinely care about making a change in people's lives. Not only did I make more money faster, but what that gives me is more time with my daughters. And time is more valuable to me and you absolutely. Too, right? Absolutely. You're a real fucking dude. I see that. Yeah. Right. Time is the most important thing I have in my life. Yeah. Right. So it's valuable. You can't put a price on time. So now I can get off at, I was at 200 before 6 p.m. I didn't start until 12:30. So I can just say from Rich's system, that works. All right. Now I'm not going to go into details because he's, No, I respect that. I wouldn't want you to. Yeah. Right. But most of these gig things, you're right. I mean, what you want to talk about? The mics? You want to talk about, fancy hair, Doug Polk. I don't know if you want to call him. You want to call him Doug Polk? I used to play poker, so so it looks like I got it. Doug Polk, I got it, man. I got it. It's like those guys think, it's more on the look. You want the monetary value becoming a YouTuber. Yeah. So, are you really offering? What else are you offering besides your videos? Right. Give me something fucking tangible. Give me something I could hold in my hands and verify objectively. These dudes can't do that. So that's what I have to say is that it's, No, I get that. And I think I obviously think that some content creators are definitely helping people. And I think you're speaking from a
personal experience of you've been able to implement some strategies and you've got more time back. And that to me, and I've said it myself, it's the most important thing. You know, like when I started multi-app, I was like, oh, if I can just shave off an hour out of each day, that's gold. That hour's worth more than $100 to me. You know, like I love, like if I can get home at 5 p.m. versus 6 p.m., that's a win all day. And I think you're kind of speaking to that a little bit. You're able to make more and you're getting home earlier. That's amazing, man. I applaud that. I think that's fantastic. But I think we also have to realize everybody's going to have their own story with that. You know what I mean?
Okay, you bring up a valid point there. Okay, I didn't say. Okay, you're right. You're right. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. And how do you say that dude is wrong or that dude is right?
Right.
Yeah, I see your point.
Because
I heard you say Sin City, so I was Deliveries, and I know, you know, well, we're not going to get on the schematics on open air, but you know, I'll just say that we are here and that we, you know, we do, you know, just like you, just like everybody else, you know, but we can see where animosity is between, look, you know, these people are coming up and they're saying you can do this, you can do this, you do this. You don't know, right? Like,
oh no, yeah, and the thing, you know, what's funny is like for me there isn't animosity at all. I like having these conversations, and he's gonna be on next week. If I thought he was bad for my brand or I'm bad, I wouldn't have him on my show. He gets a benefit from coming on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't. He does. So I think what he's doing overall is not a negative thing. I just want us to understand it might not work for everybody in every market, and I think that's a fair thing to say. So, but I got I think it's gonna be next week will be fun. It'll be a good conversation. I hope you guys can make it back. So, Miriam and Luke, I appreciate you guys' opinions. Appreciate you guys challenging me a little bit, and appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. I'm gonna take the next few people if you don't mind. All right. Thanks, guys. Okay, so good conversation. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in the chat for a second. See who we got in here. Smacking ass, appreciate that. You know what'd be cool? Interview one of the programmers from Doordash. Ooh. That's a good idea. I've reached out to Doordash a few times about a few things, and I haven't. I got one email back, but it would look like it was one of those just like auto reply kind of deals. But I think what I'm going to have to do is use the one connect I have within this space, and he's interviewed the president of the Doordash and the president or CEO of Uber. Like, I might have to see if I can use that connect, the rideshare guy, and say, hey, can you open that door for me? Because I would love to have a programmer on or somebody on just to kind of talk about whatever. And who knows, maybe they might feed us a line of BS, but I think it could make for an educational topic, at least entertaining at some point, right? To have somebody like that on. So let me put the link in again. Oh, sorry, guys. All right. So let me try it one more time. Are all gig tubers wrong? Is there a right way to do anything? If the market is capped, all the tip and trip videos are useless. We need to delete them all. That's what I say. And I'm not saying it is or isn't. I just have an opinion. What I'm saying is if it is, or if we've cracked the algorithm, then there's nothing else new to learn out here, right? At some point, what other video can we make? What other information can we give? I think Sin City Deliveries is giving out new information. And I think that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Because at the end of the day, if it helps a couple people, cool. If it hurts a couple, hey, whatever. You take your L and then you go back to what was working for you, right? So it's an interesting conversation. What up, Gig Lebowski? Happy birthday. I think tomorrow's Gig Lebowski's birthday. So happy birthday. I think you guys already did a little bit. What up, Scott? I see Serge in the house. What up? What's Serge saying? It won't happen, Pedro. I can't get them on. Good luck, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, Serge. Serge works very close with Harry. So yeah, I would love to have him on, man. I know you would too. That would be fun. That would be fun. That would be good. One day, maybe. We'll see. I think I need to get a little bigger to have those kind of guys on the channel, but we'll see. But it doesn't mean we can't have Gary from Middleton Technologies. He does code and he has apps and, technology. And I think today I saw him buying some new computers. Like, he's somebody that probably knows a little bit about that. Not necessarily all the DoorDash, because he doesn't work at DoorDash, but I know he's I feel like he's broken it down on some other channels here and there. So, okay, so let's go ahead and bring in. I see Driving with Ty. Bud Soto, are you ready? Okay, I thought earlier you said you weren't. Let's bring in these two gentlemen right now, and make sure you guys don't have any background noise. And Hector, I see you. Sandy, I see you. DDIS Delivery, I see you as well. Says your device is not connected though. So I'll bring you guys in moments. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, happy birthday, Gig Lebowski. How old are you, Gig Lebowski? I think you're not. No, you got to be like 45 or something like that. I don't know. 50? Are you 50 yet? Maybe you're 50. How old are you? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. 51. Cool. Happy birthday, man. So you had your big one last year. 50 is kind of a monumental birthday, isn't it? Okay. Okay, I'll check that out, sirs. All right, so let's bring in Driving with Ty and Bud Soda. Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I cannot hear. Hold on, let me unmute. Driving with Ty. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Yeah, you're Driving with Ty. You're mute. Your mic is mute. I tried. You have to do it on your end, I think.
Yeah, you got to do it on your end if you did.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's the first time me using this. How you doing?
All good. It's all good. All right. Yeah, we can hear you, man. So what do you got on your mind? What do you think about the topics tonight? You go first, Ty.
Okay, so this is my thing on this topic. First, I want to say I love your content. I don't know what everybody else talking about.
You can't please everybody, man. It's all good.
But I found your channel. It got recommended from me watching Nova Dasher. He's also from the DMV. I work the DC side. So
nice. Nova's a friend. He's a good guy. Yeah.
You guys have the type of strategy that I use. I've been doing this multi-apping for 7 years. So when I hear what really throws me off about some of these gig tubers, as we calling them, is you have a lot of guys telling people to get in this Top Dasher program to take $2.75 orders. And they have to also remember that new drivers are looking at you guys. So these new drivers are trying to make some money. They're out here for a reason. So now you have these guys out here making $10, $15 an hour, which is ridiculous to me. To get in a program that I'm multi-apping, I'm making $6,000, $7,000 a month. Not even, and I'm not, that's not stunning on nobody. That's not, but
yeah, I get it.
It throws me off when a lot of these gig tubers give out wrong information. That just throws me off.
Well, I'll say this before I get Bud Soda's opinion. I think that this is my opinion as I stand, the 4th of September, right? It could change in October. But right now, I think if you only have Doordash, I think in some markets being a Top Dasher it's obviously beneficial for some people, right? You got to go through some pain, to get there. You might have to take some crap orders. You might have to drive a little longer than you like to drive. That's going to happen. I think that's part of it. But like you just said, multi-apping is the way. I don't understand why we're getting away from that. You know what I mean? I think that to me is proven fact over and over again. I heard a Top Dasher today on another channel say, yeah, I used to multi-app to make this amount of money. Now I do Top Dasher and I make that amount of money. Well, why even go through the hell week then? If you can make good money multi-apping, why sacrifice your profits for even one day? Like logically, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, right?
My thing is, I haven't seen anybody yet, and I watch a lot of YouTube channels. My thing is, show me the hell week and then add your other 3 weeks up, and I will challenge anybody to, if you do DoorDash and you think you could challenge me with the multi-apping and make more money, trust me, I'm up for the challenge. But
yeah, I think that's a good point. I think that's a good point. Yeah, I do think, and this isn't Top Dasher bashing. It isn't. I want people to. I just want to say it this one time. I'm saying from my end, because I do realize they can make good money. I don't think there's any debating that, right? But like you just said, and like I said 3 weeks ago in a live, profits is all that matters. So I want to continue. I would love to stack my profitability up. And hey, not everybody's going to be as profitable. Our markets are different, but that should be the only number all of us are looking at internally. As personally, as you look at your numbers, you should look at them I suggest, in my opinion, every week, look at your numbers. All right, how much did I spend in gas? How many miles did I drive? Do I have any other expenditures that aren't normal? Okay, what's my car depreciation if you want to go that far? How much did I put away for taxes? Did I put some away for savings? Whatever, however you do it. Okay, what's my take home? That's the only number that matters. And if you have to work several days and have several days to where you're making less profits, that to me is a bad strategy. Because at the end, if you could make the same multi-apping in your market, why sacrifice even one shift? Like logically, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So, but Soto, what do you got to say, man? What's up? What you got? Oh, but he ain't ready. He ain't ready.
Going through the main gate. I'm good. I just
okay. So real quick,
anyways,
what you got in your mind on the topic?
I got a minute. So I'm pretty sure this back I barely walk into, so I might squelch a little. But it's profitability before anything else. Okay, I'll just use this as an example. 625 for 6.9 miles. Now, most people consider that a bad order, but I was 90% of my orders go out of zone. Well, really 95 go out of my zone when I'm working Fort Drum. And Fort Drum is out of zone. So if they throw me immediately an order that cash flows me that I take at the restaurant, that'd be $1.80 a mile if you're at the merchant. So 625 is not the hidden tip indicator in my market. Even then, it's more miles than money, so there's no hidden tip there, guys. But I'm cash flowing. It's still 90 cents a mile, and they might throw another offer at me as soon as I'm done. They might throw a double at me. So you got to keep moving. You got to adjust your strategies as you go. So right now, I'm basically single apping 11. Grubhub's market shut down.
So let me ask you a question, Bud Soda.
Yeah, what's up?
So I know you're the multi-app. Like I get it. Everybody knows it, right? Like everybody knows if you know who Bud Soda's gonna multi-app till he doesn't multi-app anymore. But let me ask you this question to stay on topic. What do you think? GiG? Do you think some of our videos the gig tubers make? Do you think some of them are wrong and or should be deleted based on like what? Like
we all have some wrong
okay.
information per market.
Yeah.
Sometimes we flub and say something we didn't mean. We meant the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Are there people who should delete mass videos? I mean, Doug's made those 2 videos on both his main and his alt. Yeah, good. Back off that and try to make more honest content. I mean, I try to be the most honest I possibly can on how to be profitable. Sometimes I get called a clown for it. I got a poop emoji on my dual stack the other day, like 4 orders, because they were only.
It happens, man. It's part of the game.
$6 to $8. So, like, what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to teach people how to be profitable as possible, even during the slow times, or it's just a slow day during the dinner hour, and you're just going to maximize your profits. I keep cash flowing all the way, and I usually average round trip $1.50 to $1.75 a mile. That means it's like $3.50 a mile for the normal way of thinking about it. So most people don't think that way. They don't think with their head. And I'll take orders. I took a $7 for 9 miles the other day. Why did I do that? Because I was already heading that direction, and that was an additional $7 for only 3 additional miles. You got to do that quick math in your head, and us true kings of multi-appers know that, and most people refuse to do it. Hey, GigWise. Anyways, I just saw it. But what I was going to say is, yeah, I've been helping Tim out with Spark, and Lisa helped too.
Keep on topic. Keep on topic.
Sorry. What I was going to say is there is a lot of misinformation out there. Was I wrong for a long time ago, probably for calling Blake a clown for kind of doing what I'm similarly doing right now? Yes, but he got overly greedy and then went straight to Top Dasher. I think that's why he got deactivated. You got to still make sense. It's still got to be in the same direction, round trip. Study your market, be the master of your market, learn your market, stop staying in your little tiny area that you like to work and you're comfortable in. Expand out. I'm comfortable going an hour out. Go at least half hour out, guys. If you think this is misinformation, that's okay. It's my opinion. We all have them. But I really feel that most people need to do better for themselves and they need to stop just relying on just DoorDash. I mean, I know a guy who's single apping and he's trying to get on the other apps. He says he's on waitlist. I pushed him to do that because I know him quite well. And I'm like, do you watch my content? He's like, be honest, no. I'm like, listen to it while you dash. Because you're going to listen to my content and you're going to have this advanced knowledge of multi-apping. You don't want to do it high on the level like I do. You want to do it in baby steps. You might want to start like Kim Side Money Plan does. Like she does one app's worth at a time. In her market, that's profitable for her. And way traffic is there, it's hard to do, multiple apps at once. But in other markets, it's a lot easier, especially if you're in a more spread out area like I am. And I believe most people on these channels aren't in just super condensed markets. You're in St. Louis, like besides downtown, things are actually a little more spread out down there. I personally work down there. I know it. And, there's nice hidden honey holes down there that nobody goes to. Like I told you, there's an area further out, but you don't want to go further out because you still make great money where you are. There's no reason for you to.
So I mean, yeah, I think what you're, we're talking about what both of you guys, you and Ty, multi-apping is what works for you, right? And my whole point about this is at the end of the day, I think as content creators, gig tubers, whatever, clowns, you can call me, whatever we want to call me, right? I think we have to just be careful with, like trying to say something is fact, right? Because we don't make the algorithm. We don't really know that. And we can't dash for a week or two and say, I figured this out. Like it doesn't work like that. We have to just give entertainment, give opinions and say, hey, this worked for me. Maybe, and maybe it works for you. But like there's a lot of this, like this is fact and this is proven. It's like the sample size, in my opinion, is way too small. And I think we got to just continue to do what works for you, maybe experiment here or there, but it's not going to work for 100% of people. I don't see how it can, because I think markets can be very different. I really believe that. And working in a few other markets that I've worked, I've kind of seen that as well. Rural versus, densely populated, medium income, it's going to be different in this area versus another. So, gentlemen, or Ty, you got anything else you want to say before I take the next few?
Yeah,
people?
so I have one more thing to say.
Yes, sir.
Just what I've been following for almost 7 years now. Don't believe in algorithm, believe in rhythm. You gather your own swag, you gather your own rhythm. You know what time you need to be out. You know what time you need to take a break. You know when Linda about to go to church. You know when Miss Bertha about to go to church. You have your own rhythm, grab your own swag. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I like that. Gentlemen, I appreciate you guys coming in. I got a lot of people waiting. I'm going to let the next people roll in. All right, guys? Thank you.
For sure. Take care.
All right, man. Okay, I like that. Know your own rhythm. All right, so I see we got Hector, Sandy, Nova, DDI. We got a lot of people. Love it. I'm going to bring you guys in. We got LV as well. I see you, LV. I'm going to bring all you guys in. Don't worry. Let's see. I'll share the link again in a second. I want to get these guys in here. Let me get this out of here. So I want to read this comment as well. I like this comment. Oh, hold up. There we go. Top dasher plus multi-apping plus cherry picking. I like that. That makes sense. And if it's working for you, I applaud it. That's what I'm trying to get at here is that, for some of you guys, I think if you're not hitting your goals and you're not making enough profit, forget the money. Okay. Flex said he made $1,300 this week. That's phenomenal. He worked 7 days this week. He worked a lot. His active hours were, I don't know, but he was out a lot, right? He dedicated a lot of time to the apps, but he made $1,300. That's a lot of cash. That's great money, right? But let's just say if out of that 1,300, he's only taking home 800 or 900 or 700, like what's his real profits? I don't know. I'm just saying, like if you made $100 a day, but you really only made 50 because you drove a lot of miles to get to that 100, is it really working for you, right? If you're one of those drivers and you're not making what you want to make, whether it's profit or your daily goal, whatever, you're not able to make the ends meet, try something different because maybe it works for you, right? But it might not work for everybody, right? Everybody's market, the market thing is as cliche as it sounds, right? You can't expect a market like, let's say St. Louis, right? I got pretty good zones. There's not a lot of money here. There's some good areas. There's a lot of what I call middle-class families, though. That's where I get most of my customers. Those are the ones I like, middle class, or people that have like worked the service industry jobs before. And sometimes those are not in the good neighborhoods. I'll deliver them to those places as well. The tips can be really good there, but you can't compare that market to Kentucky. It's not the same. It's not the same. So a top dasher in Kentucky maybe could fail, whereas a top dasher in St. Louis, maybe their success. We don't know, right? We can't make these blanket statements, is my point. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead. All in with John. Is all in with John. Is John in here? Hold on before I bring these guys in here. There he is. What's up, man? How you doing? All right. So let's go ahead and bring this up. All right. So we're going to bring in Hector. Make sure you guys have your stuff unmuted. We're going to bring in Sandy. We're going to bring in Nova Dasher. And we're going to bring in DDISD Deliveries. I'm going to bring 4 of you guys. And then I'm going to bring LV in as well. Let's see if we can get this going here. So we got Hector. We got Sandy. We have Nova Dasher. Actually, I'll bring you guys in. I'll do DDIS and LV together. How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
What's up, Hector? Where you been, bro? I ain't seen you, man. You good? You good?
Yo, I had a lot of stuff.
Hey, you good, man?
He was trying out for the Giants, man.
Family. They always keep you in the loop.
I hear you, man.
For stuff, bro.
I hear you. I hope you guys are well. So I'm going to start with Hector up top. What do you think about tonight's topics? What can you share with us? Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, you guys can hear me, right? Because I have the iPad in a certain way, so you can hear me, right?
I can. Yeah.
Right, so I feel like everybody. First of all, you gotta understand. DoorDash, everybody that does food delivery apps, they do it for one reason only: for entertainment. That's it. Yo, you guys think that they're doing tips and tricks? Is not tips and tricks. I've watched videos. They're not tips and tricks. They are repeating the same stuff that I already know. It's all about clicks and clicks and clicks. There are very few of them that actually do it. Nova's one. Pedro's another one. I haven't watched much other YouTube videos to really understand, but there's others out there that do it like it's just all about that. It's pure.
I'll say this, though. I'll say this, and I want Nova to chime in on what I'm going to say, and then we'll get back to Hector and then get to Sandy.
Yeah.
I think we can definitely I can make a video, and do I want people to click on it? You're goddamn right I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just when Nova makes a video, does he want people to click? And is he looking at his analytics? You better believe he is. Trust me. Okay? Yeah. Trust me. If Nova makes a video right now, if he drops a video tomorrow and he gets 100 views in 2 days, Nova's not happy. Believe me. No, am I lying or am I lying?
No, that's facts, man. That's facts.
That's a fact, right?
Yeah,
so I think you're right. We do obviously make content because we want people to watch for whatever reason. Monetarily, right. We offer, maybe we think we're offering some value in that video. There's a lot of reasons, but I definitely think you're right. I just wanted to say that because I think some of us can do both. We can feel like we're making some good content, but we also want the views. And I got no problem saying that.
Yeah, because it's like this. It's like, let's say, for example, you're doing a YouTube video, right? And you're just going like this. Yeah, I just made like $30. Wow, congratulations. Okay. Nobody's gonna watch that, bro. Like real talk, ain't nobody gonna watch something.
No, you're right. You're right.
Stuff like that. You know what I mean?
You're
it's all about entertainment, bro. Like Nova does it very well. I know Pedro, you do things very interesting. I like see Pedro's very
because I'm ridiculous, bro. Because I'm very. I talk with my hands. I'm loud.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid to clown myself every once in a while. I did a live delivery this week. I lost my wallet at PetSmart. Like I'm an idiot sometimes, bro. Yeah, like.
By the way, is that the first time you lost your wallet? Is that the first time you lost your wallet?
Yeah, first time ever.
Oh man, I would have been pissed, bro.
All right, let me get Sandy in on this conversation. Sandy, what do you think about what we're talking about tonight?
Well, actually, I had some other things on my mind, if that's okay.
What do you got?
My thoughts are on, like, I was dashing all day today, and I'm trying to run Uber Eats at the same time. But when I decline an order and it asks for the reason, I give them an actual reason. I'll tell them, for me to drive 15 miles for $6 would be a loss. And I wonder, does anybody have any intel on if anybody receives that information and takes it into consideration? Because I'm really trying to help the platform and give them honest feedback, like this is a loss, or I don't know. Sometimes I just ignore them, the ones that are low pay.
Yeah, I don't know if, and Nova, what do you think? Do you think DoorDash, when you decline an order, do you think that they are doing something with the information, what you select?
I don't think so.
No?
I mean, now, because I use the driver helper app, I just hit decline once and it just declines automatically. So before, when they had a little update, when it was like a one-click decline, I love that because the reasons don't matter. It should be two things: either you can't do it or the pay's too low. That's all there is, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think they do anything with that info. I think it's more for us, so we think they're doing something with it.
It could be. And Sandy, I'll say this. There's been many times where I've hit don't want to go to this store, right? I select that and I'll get an order all day from that store. So do I think that information goes somewhere? I do think it goes somewhere, but I don't know how much it's really being looked at. If that's, you know what I mean? So for me, like,
I do.
I just try to, sometimes I select one that's appropriate. Other times I don't. I'm just trying to decline it as fast as I can so that I can have that next order hit my screen as soon as I can. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think Nova talked about driver utility helper. I don't know if you've heard of that before or not, but I would suggest you go to, I want you to check out this website, Gary'sApps.com. And if somebody that's in the chat, or Gary, or if you're here, if you could put a link in for Sandy, go check out that website because there's some really cool apps there where you could actually set up your phone to like kind of auto decline some things for you so that you can actually save yourself a little bit of time. That could be maybe helpful a little bit because I don't know what DoorDash does with that kind of information. I have no idea.
It does nothing.
You don't think it does anything, Hector?
I appreciate that, but they go through the motions of asking for that information. So you would kind of think or hope that they would do something with that feedback.
You would think. I don't know. I think there's some of our feedback that they collect that they do things with. I think there's so much data and information and, that who knows. But I think, that's why I like Uber in that regard, because you just hit decline and that's it. You just turn the app on. That's it. It doesn't ask you a whole bunch of questions. It's a lot more safer. But I'm
new to Uber. I've been multi-apping for the last probably 4 or 5 days, and I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay.
When there's a lot of orders, like 2 or 3 orders that come in.
It took me like 2 years to learn how to multi-app, like the correct way. There is no wrong or right way. You got to do it the way that makes sense for you. You know what I mean? Whether it takes like a week, a month, 2 months, don't get frustrated and don't get overly emotional. Like I was doing that in the beginning. I was like, I would take 2 orders and I was like, damn, I got to go here. I got to go there. I got to go here. I stopped doing that. Because the frustration, you confuse yourself,
The frustration is trying to be driving and figuring it out.
Sandy, I highly suggest, I got it on the screen, Middleton Technologies, Gary'sApps.com. If you could just do a Google search of that these apps help you drive safer. They help you filter out offers you might not ever want to see. So it's going to make, I think it might be able to help your experience a lot, actually. So I highly recommend looking into those apps. I think that might help you a lot.
I will.
Gary's. So Gary'sApps.com.
Right.
I think
Thank you.
Definitely,
I will check it out.
I think that'll help. Yeah.
I don't want to take up too much time, but I would like to touch on Solo. Okay. I just the other day I got a new phone and I downloaded the apps and I included Solo and I downloaded it, but I would like to request from you, Pedro, to do a tutorial perhaps on Solo, because in just the last couple days, I'm having, like, I'm not sure if I've got it set up right, or like today I looked at it and I made over $100, but it doesn't say I made anything. So I'm not really
I
sure.
think you have to actually input information. I'm gonna put
Like
up
manually?
yes, I'm gonna put up my
Okay.
can you see the things that are on the screen right now?
Mm,
Can you see like the
I
Middleton
see the Gary
Technologies?
Apps
Okay,
link.
so I'm gonna put up hold on one second. Oh man. I'm gonna put something up for you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna put something up for you real quick, and then one second, hold on. So you can actually I could help you out quite a bit with that. It's really easy. I have a video out, but it's not a step by step. But if you want to email me right there, if you just email me, I can send you actually a little video that I have in my file, and I think it could help you a lot. So
thank you so much.
no problem. So
and I would like
Nova,
to chime in on her real quick, Pedro, if you don't
okay,
mind.
go ahead.
I wanted to. So you said you were doing multi-apping, right? There's something that I found out on Uber, and I don't know. I think Pedro, I don't know if you know about this, but if Uber sends you an offer, right, and you're and if you're more than a quarter mile away from the restaurant, you can actually swipe and look at the address and see where you're going. And
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I do this all the time. This is the perfect way to multi-app. This is the way that I learned. Trial and error works the best way, and this is what I learned. So you swipe if you have to be a quarter mile away or more. You
Before
swipe
you accept?
Yeah, before you hit the business that you're gonna pick up the food from.
Okay.
You swipe from a quarter mile away or more. You're able to see exactly where you're going. It shows for 3 seconds. So make sure you zoom in. You can look at the details. And then what happens is it'll revert back to the original menu, and it'll have 2 options. It'll say cancel delivery or navigate. I hit cancel delivery one time. I lost the $18 order. I was hella pissed.
That's interesting.
So make sure you don't do that.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's get back on topic. Nova. What do you think?
What's up, brother?
You're a gig tuber. You make videos. Do you think that we're wrong, man? Do you think that? What do you think, man? Do you think there's some videos that need to come down?
I guess I don't understand why we're trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, delivering food hasn't changed. The app is basically the same. Whatever works for you, works for you. I think, for me, for example, whenever I do a video, at the end, I'm like, okay, that was a good video, but now for the thumbnail, what do I do? What do I say? I don't want to be clickbaity. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that guy. It's just not me. I just don't like that. Yeah. So some videos that I think are going to do better, do worse. Even though the content might be better, but because the thumbnail wasn't as good, or maybe I kind of rushed it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm to the point where, like, I think people come because maybe some of them like me, some of them don't like me. I don't know, because realistically, we talk about the same things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'll throwing a little shade about the Giants every now and then. Gotta
you better shut up. No, you were going good until you talk about.
Hey, listen, we're only a week away, gentlemen. We're only a week away.
Yeah, we gotta keep it fun, But I think
sales,
for me, for example, I try to always, say you got to do what makes sense for you, because my market's different, your market's different, her market's different. You know what I mean? So if you're okay taking a $3 order and you're okay with the fact that it's not going to change, then cool, no problem. But I think when people say, hey, take low paying offers, there could be a cash tip. There could be, but 9 times out of 10, there probably isn't,
Yeah.
And for me in my market, let's say hypothetically speaking, I wanted to be a top dasher. For I'm sitting at 12% when I just checked 12%. It would be an awful 4 or 5 days for me. I know that, because I know to get to 70 or higher, there's so much trash in my market that I just can't do it. So I think a lot of people, when they're like, oh, gig tubers, so they make more money with YouTube or with Doordash. For example, for me, you're never gonna see a taking every order challenge, because I make more money on Doordash than I do on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would never make one of those videos.
So it would be painful. It would be extremely painful for me to do that, because I'll think about the miles that I'm putting on the car for no reason. I have no problem declining 200, 300 orders, whatever. As long as I'm okay with taking the order that makes sense to me. For me right now, 625, 3 miles. If it's going to the right drop off from the right merchant. And it's all about the time, right? If I can do a 10-minute Chipotle, I'll do that over something else that'll take me longer. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So for me, like, if I make $1,000 a week, I'm cool, you know. So as long as it makes sense to me, I try not to, you know, say, oh, this is a fact or whatever. But at least I know in my market, for me to get to 70%, I know for a fact that I would have to take a lot of low paying offers.
Yeah, but what would you say? What would you say to the people that are saying that you're not maximizing your account ability because your acceptance rate's so low? So maybe instead of making 1,000, you could make 1,200 if your acceptance rate was up. Do you feel like maybe it would be worth it to go through a week where maybe you made not as much money and it was a little frustrating, but if you knew you could make 1,200 instead, would you try it?
No, I mean, I know it works for me in my market, and I think the fact that I'm part of the large order program, to me, that's the key right there. You know, I think if you have that and maybe Top Dasher, then maybe you've unlocked some other, you know, opportunities. But with me, I think yesterday or the day before that, I declined a bunch of orders. And next thing you know, I got like a $30 banger out of nowhere, and that was far away. So I know that I wasn't the closest Dasher, but perhaps I was the only Dasher in the program. Who knows? You know, I think we like to overthink things for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So as long as you're making your money, and there's weeks when I make more money than other weeks, you know, doing the same thing. So sometimes it's all about the customer, right? If the customer is not ordering, you're not gonna get anything.
If the customer's not ordering, or if there's too many or not enough drivers, those are the main factors, in my opinion, for most market. You know, people have to order and they have to decide to tip or not, because most of what we make is based on the tip. And you got to have, I think, being in a large order program, I signed up, I'm going to get in it. I think that's a game changer for some as well. But interesting. I think it's, you know, I am surprised though. So you wouldn't be willing to make an extra $200 a week if it meant you had to go through a little bit of pain?
I think
it
will, for me, you know,
$200 a month, not a week. $200 a month, like going from 1,000 to 1,200.
I do have my W-2 overnight still, so you know, I got to put that into account. Then I want to be home, you know. So I'm okay with the hours that I dash in, and I know what I can make in my market, and I think that's the biggest key. It's like you know your market better than anyone. So I know that if I oversleep one day, okay, that's going to change my window to this, you know, or if I wake up early, I can do this. So for example, last few days, which I haven't edited a video because I went to my friend's wedding, I lost my voice, ton of fun. But I realized that in my market, there is a need for morning dashers, because in the morning, I was like, why is it so busy? You know what I mean? And even for breakfast, I'm a little more lax with my own rules, because breakfast is not as expensive, you know, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A kind of thing.
Right. You're not going to get big. You're not going to get as many
big orders.
Right.
You know, but I was like, wow, if I start this early every single day, like I could make $300 every single day. But realistically, is I have to get sleep. I work overnight. You know, it's a lot of different things to factor in.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, I think the market's always evolving, but I don't think it's that serious where we're like, is Top Dasher the next best thing? I mean, people want to try it, cool, but people are selling it. They're selling it like it's some new, you know, drug or something, when it's been there the entire time.
Interesting. You know? Yeah. So I got a lot of people waiting, but Hector, you guys some final words, and then I'll get to Sandy.
No, I mean, you guys are doing great. Keep up the work, and you know, I gotta say this. It's true what Nova's saying, though, man. I'm gonna tell you this about Top Dasher. Only one thing about Top Dasher: ain't nobody can do Top Dasher without the large order program. Can't happen. You're not making money. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. You know,
that's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's what you think.
That's my opinion. If you're
that's your opinion.
If you're a Top Dasher and you don't have the large order program, you're not making the money that you're supposed to.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, because you might in some markets you might get Top Dasher status but not get in the program because there's already too many. So then in that market it doesn't work for you, right? But I will say this: some of the people that are talking about Top Dasher, they are also saying you got to lump it in with the large order program. So I think what they're saying is you got to have both. So that makes sense. But you bring up a good point, because I think having both is where it makes sense for some people. But
because like Nova, he's not a Top Dasher, but he's in the large order program and he gets bangers, bro. Like like if you see some of his videos, I think you got like a $50 order one time.
Yeah,
I've gotten some pretty high ones.
Yeah,
you know?
You're halfway there of paying me the $100 that you owe
me.
You're
funny, Sandy, what do you have some last words for us before I go to the next guest?
Not really last words, but on the topic of tipping, I've adopted, or at least I've tried to adopt, the no tip, no trip mantra.
Okay.
But over the last 3 days, I have accepted. One definitely was no tip because it was $2.25 or $2.75 or whatever. But I took it anyway because it was just a mile. I've taken other orders where, you know, I thought there might be a tip added, which something I've learned, I think, from this channel is they're not really adding it. It's DoorDash hiding it.
No, it's been there the whole time.
Giving it in the end.
Been there
right?
the whole time. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's been there the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll learn as the more that you do this, you'll learn the little things that the tendencies, the patterns in your market. You'll learn what orders could look like. Ooh, that might have a hidden tip. You know, you'll start to learn that. Uber hides them as well. You'll learn that as well. It just takes a little bit of time, but I definitely recommend checking out that app. I think that's going to help you with the safety part and being able to get rid of orders and just feel a little bit less stressful when you're doing it. Maybe I think those apps could really help you. So.
Thank you.
Definitely look into those.
I've taken trips where I've thought, oh, I'm taking it for the DoorDash team, but it's not a DoorDash team. It's me as the sole proprietor.
Yes. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to get to the next people. I got a lot of people waiting. I appreciate you guys coming
Pedro.
in.
Thank you, Pedro.
Talk to you guys
Money,
later.
money, Nova. You already
so
know.
much.
All right, so let's see. Hold on. Okay. All right, guys. I know we got a lot of people waiting. I'm going to get everybody in. Try to be patient with me. I promise I'll get everybody in that is in. Okay, let me just click on some buttons here. Hold on. Good conversations. I do think that large order program is a big deal. And I will say this because I don't want people to get my words twisted. I think some top dashers can do well in your market. I do think that. But I also believe it won't work for everybody. So you got to just do what works for you, right? And I think that's a fair statement. And I'm not going to come on here and say, you should do this. It's going to work. We can't. We have to be careful. That's my opinion. I can have it. That's my opinion. Okay. And we're going to continue. When we have some people on next week, I think we're going to have some good conversations. And I think the sample size needs to continue to grow. And because we can't just look at one weekend, Friday, Saturday, we just have to understand that this thing is still ever flowing. Okay. All right, so shout out to the chat. Appreciate you guys. Sorry, I'm not reading as many comments, but I'm trying to put some on the board as I see it. So have your voice heard. See some new names asking. I see Knowledge V, Jason. What up, Music City? What up? What up, Music City Gig Hustler? My bad. I didn't know you had a channel till last week. I checked out some of your videos, man. Cool stuff. Driven Mom. Hello, Lisa. How are you guys? Mac Jones. What up? What up? All right. So we have DDIS Delivery. We have LV. I see Matrix, I see Roy, and I see Mr. D. That's who I have on the slate right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to bring all you guys in at the same time. Why not? I don't want to keep you guys waiting. And make sure we're not talking over each other. Make sure you got the background noise all good. We'll start with DDIS, LV, Matrix, Roy, and Mr. D. We're going to go in that order as far as times to talk and stuff. Definitely you can chime in if there's breaks in the conversation, but let's just don't talk over each other. What up, Fritz Morris? I see you. All right, so let's bring you guys in right now. Okay, let's see. The Matrix, it says your device is not connected, so I need you to do something about that. We got Roy right there, and we have Mr. D in the house. All right, so the Matrix, I see it says device not connected, so I can't bring you in. LV, it looks like if you want to unmute yourself, you can do that. Okay, cool. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So DDIS Deliveries. What do you think about the topics and what we're talking about tonight? Do you think, just to remind you, do you think gig tubers are wrong, which some of the videos we're making? And let's just start with that. What do you think?
It seems like no matter what, you're going to make videos that inevitably you're going to do the same thing over and over. That's just the way it is if you keep on making videos. Because unless you're going to change up the way you're delivering, but if you're delivering in a way that works for you, you're not going to change those tactics. So it really does come down to your thumbnails. But as you were saying in the beginning, with people thinking Pedro's backpedaling or it's the end of No Tip, No Trip. It seems like
I know I think it's so funny.
There's a lot of content creators thinking that it's just those gig tubers that need to be done with. It's the end of those gig tubers. They're all wrong, which it's really kind of silly. You know, I don't know if it's you that coined the phrase "no tip, no trip." It may have been. It may.
Let me say this real quick. I did not coin that phrase. I got that from somewhere. That's not my lingo, but it was definitely not started by me. But I definitely brought it back out. I had like a no tip, no trip 2.0. I definitely said that, but I didn't. The no tip, no trip thing was not my.
Gig Coach Jake.
Is it Gig Coach? Yeah, I didn't get. I got that from somewhere.
Delivery driver pit stop.
Okay, so there's different. Yes, different people. Other people would say it came from Facebook groups. I have no idea, but I heard it somewhere. It made sense to me. And then, I would say probably 7 months ago, I was like, I'm gonna reinvent this because I believe in it. That's just my personal belief. But I definitely did not come up with that on my own. No way.
And see, that's it. It makes sense to me, and I'm sure for most other people too. Even before we heard that phrase, we picked it up as we started DoorDash, and you thought you had to take every single order, and you realize, man, this really sucks. And you start realizing, you know what, I'm not going to be taking these orders that have no tips. And we picked it up from there. And then, you know, after a while, and then we start viewing these YouTube channels, you know, and we see those things like, okay, this makes sense. That's what I'm going by. No tip, no trip. But for people to think that now we need to just do away with it. Any YouTube content creator that has no tip, no trip just needs to be done away with is really foolish. It's silly, as though we're all sheep. We're just following Pedro. It's all his idea.
It's like,
we don't have a mind of our own.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Y'all give me way too much credit. like way too much credit. I'll just say that. But I don't, you know, I definitely think there's, you know, we all have an influence. Roy has an influence. He has a channel. Roy influences people, you know, but I think we give each other too much credit sometimes, because I think a lot of people come here, the majority stay for the entertainment and the relatability, because you can watch one tips and trick video and probably get it, right? And then like you're actually staying for other stuff. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think most people watch my channel for, I couldn't tell you last time I did a tips and trick video. It's been a little while. Right. So I don't, you know, I think people watch Roy because they know he's going to be unfiltered. He's going to tell you, he's going to, no, that's why people watch. Listen, and Roy knows that. Right. And people might watch Nova Dasher for a different reason. They might watch UDM for a different reason, Hannibal, Kim. And that's what's cool about it, you know, but I think in some point, I think some of us are wrong. I think some of us are speaking in facts when it's just a matter of our opinion and perspective in our market. And I think that's where the issue lies a little bit. What do you say, LV?
Yeah, so to answer the question, are all gig tubers wrong? I really don't think that they can be wrong per se, because they're speaking from their experience and what's in their market. But what I will say is that I think where gig tubers have went wrong, and this can go back all the way back to the rideshare community, is that we often say that every market is different, but we don't really act like that every market is different, because when it comes to the information being broken down, when it comes to the algorithms and what's profitable, we really speak in generalities, where we don't really market towards our specific people that is in our market. And the only gig tuber that I know of was Rideshare Revolution, aka American Gigolo. Now, if you go to his channel, and he don't really make videos no more, but just about every single video that he has made, he will make over $2,000 on Uber and Lyft. And he would always say, look, this is for Chicago. I'm going to show you guys how to make money in Chicago. And he would break down what spots he's in Chicago. And I think if more gig tubers actually geared towards their specific markets instead of being so general about it, then I think we will be a lot more better. So with all that being said, I can pretty much see why some people may get frustrated with the Mr. Flex, when Mr. Flex says that all he does is just decline all day. and he would decline over 300 deliveries, but he would still make almost $300 a day. And people are looking at him saying, okay, you know, like I pretty much get that you want me to decline, but when I decline, I'm not making anything, and I'm only made like $100 trying to get all these big baller orders. Now that can also go to somebody like a UDM. I can understand why people may not like how UDM does things, but he's doing that from his specific market. So it goes back to what I said. I think if you guys start saying, hey, look, these tips and tricks are only for people that's in St. Louis. This is only for people that's in Las Vegas, instead of being so general, because like y'all said, every market is different, but you guys don't really act like every market is different.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. Let me chime in real quick before I get Roy and Mr. D's opinion. So I think that I think a lot of things that we talk about are obviously going to be from our experience. So like you use Mr. Flex as an example. He's like decline, and just wait for another order. That works for him. So I can see, like, if you're somebody in St. Louis using that philosophy, it might not work because maybe they pause me. I'm not making any money. I'm sitting around too long because now I'm just like waiting for something that's great that might not come. It might come. So I get that part of it. I do think there are some strategies or tactics that can be universal for multiple markets. Maybe not every market, but I think there's some things that we might hear people say that might work for several markets. But it's going to be hard to be like, okay, this is going to work for 100% of the drivers out there, because we're all unique. We're all personal. We're all different people. We have different experiences. Our money that we need to make is different. The kind of automobile we're driving is different. Some people are on bikes. I've seen some people. I picked up a dude doing Instacart that he used me as an Uber driver to pick him up from the store and drop off the food. So everybody's experience is going to be unique, you know? But I think there's some things, I don't know what they are now, but I think there's a few things that you can show somebody how to like drop a bad order if the restaurant's taking too long, or how to unassign a stack if one's only $2 and the other one's $20, and you don't want to waste your time on a $2. Like, those kind of things can kind of be universal. But at the end of the day, we can show you how to do it, but then you have to decide if it's going to work for you. You know what I mean? So, Roy, what do you say?
First of all, I want to make a few statements. If you want to come to my channel, you'll learn excessive ways of cursing in the proper, text.
Yes. Hold on. Let me tell you right now. Hold up. Before we get Roy going, you're going to learn chain smoking, shaking soda bottles, and you'll have a good time though. So that's what you get.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, one more thing. People need to learn to start respecting the streams. I'm hearing cats in the background, people working in the background. Come on, man. We're trying to have a good conversation. Respect the streams. We're all respect the streams. But first of all, dead ass on LV. When it comes to you can never be wrong. It's your opinion. You can never be wrong with your opinion. That's what it is. It's an opinion. So you can never be wrong with your opinion. As far as the videos go, it's just repetitive stuff because, like LV, some of these other people are saying, you're just doing the same shit every day. You're not It's not like you're like riding in a hot air balloon and then you're taking a delivery via airplane. It's always the same thing. You just drop off, pick up, drop off, pick. And that's the thing I have with the videos. I had my live stream last night. Is everybody is making this like we're trying to build the pyramids of Giza. I've said this multiple times. It's turn the app on, accept, decline, whatever you want to take. It's not having to, I broke the code to this, I broke the code to that. I'm sure if I ask some girlfriends and wives out there, some of these guys haven't even broke the code on how to wipe their ass properly and got doo-doo stains. So this whole, I broke this, I broke that. No, nobody broke dick. Unless you actually work in the computer room at Doordash, you ain't breaking jack, first of all. So those kind of videos, they're more misleading to people. You got new people coming to your channel, and then all these people are saying, I did this, I was up to do that. No, all you need to know how to do is accept and decline and figure out what money you want to make at the end of the day. That's what it boils down to. And like LV was saying, and it would be nice to see more content say, okay, this works in my market. I'm not going to say it'll work in yours. There are generalized things you can teach people that will work in their market, like how to use the hamburger menu, because we know a lot of people don't know how to do that. Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if it's a market specific, Flex can decline all day long. But Flex is also a full timer. He has the time to sit there, you know, eat his ice cream, do whatever he wants while he's waiting on orders. Somebody like me, I got 3 hours part-time to do it. So I got to try to figure out my strategy is I can't sit for 2 hours waiting for hopefully I get a big fat order. I can't do that. I got to work within my 3 hours to make what I want to make for my 3 hours. And so that's what I think a lot of gig tubers don't understand is there are part-timers. You're limited in the time you can do stuff. And a lot of it's just they're trying to just throw their method saying, oh, it's the know-all, end-all, it's my method, and it'll work for you, which it doesn't. It doesn't work for you, you know? And so at the end of the day, like, yeah, people need to start being specific about stuff and quit trying to make such a big deal out of accept and decline. It's not that fucking hard. Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to, but you're turning it into something like I don't have to have a master's degree to work at Doordash. I don't. And that's what some of these people are making it seem like is that you have to have a 4-year degree just to be able to go out and hit an accept and decline button. And that's dumb. Like, come on, man. Yeah. It's more confusing. And at the end of the day, people are being more confused than they are being helped. So at the same time, we're helping people, we're hurting people too, because now they got all this weird shit in their head. I got to try this. I got to try that. Instead of concentrating on works in their market, they're trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to try UDM strategy. I'm going to try Pedro strategy. I'm going to do Flex's strategy. No, you need to concentrate, go out there and do your strategy to make your money. But worrying about everybody else. At the end of the day.
Before I get to Mr. D, I can agree with that. I think as gig tubers or whatever personalities, people, because even if you're in the chat, the chat, we have opinions, people have advice in the chat and in the comment section, right? And it's all just a matter of perspective. And I think we have to realize that, I think nobody cracked nothing. And I'm going to keep saying we didn't crack. It's all I think these companies are laughing at us. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. I think if a lot of us would put a little more focus on just grind out your market and move on, because at the end of the day, like a lot of us I see in my comments are telling me, man, it's hard for me to make money now. I tried this, I tried TypeDasher, it didn't work. I can't do this. My market's oversaturated. The apps just ain't hitting. Then that's when you got to say, okay, what are people willing to pay me to do? Do I need to get a W-2? Do I need to try another app? Do I need to try whatever? Do I need to go back to school? Like whatever. But everybody's trying to make this food delivery game into something that it's not. I think there are strategies to add to your income. I think if you're just an average driver, you're going to make the average in your market. I think if you apply a little bit of strategy, and this is where me and Roy might disagree, I don't know. I think if you apply a little bit of strategy, you can make an extra $5 an hour. And for me, that $5, goes right to your profitability. It gets you out of these gig apps quicker. I have no problem saying, hey, I was working 6-7 days a week last year. I'm not ever doing that again. That's not my plan. I don't want to work 7 days. I don't want to be 7 days in my car. To me, that is not good for me, right? And I try to figure out other ways to make money. And that's what we're trying to do here. Like, how do you make money doing other things so that you're not reliant on the apps? Because all these top dashers that spend all this blood, sweat, and tears, you might be deactivated next week. And then you got another app to go to. What are you gonna do when that happens?
And I just want to add one more thing. Everybody needs to get out of everybody else's wallets. Quit worrying about what's in everybody else's wallet and concentrate on what's in your wallet. Because at the end of the day, that's where the bill money's coming from, out of your wallet. And so quit worrying about what Pedro's making. Quit worrying about what Flex is making. Worry about what you're making. That's another thing I see. And this is going to be the real quick thing. Stay out of other people's wallets, man. It doesn't matter what other people are making. It matters what you make. Concentrate on yours. Quit concentrating on everybody else's at the end of the day.
Yeah. Mr. D, what do you got in your mind, my friend? Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Pedro. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At the end of the day, none of YouTubers are wrong or right at all. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it's opinionated. A lot of the things that you bring across the screen, but at the end of the day, none of y'all are wrong or right. I think what has happened with the gig economy or gig tubing, like all the other genres, is that people start to get, puffed up in their chest. So we figured it out. Nobody's figured anything out. Nobody's figured the algorithm. Nobody's figured whether top dasher or non-top dasher is better. Like you always say, it's market specific. Just to quote LV, I used to watch Rideshare Revolution because I started in rideshare. And I had asked Gio on one of his lives, how do you make as much as you do? And he said the only thing I can tell you is how to make money in Chicago. I can't tell you how to make money in New York because the market is different. I have to come there and study the market. And I think that's the problem with most of these gig workers is nobody studying their market. They want a quick fix. So they see the tips and tricks, or I made $8,000 in a week, $10,000 in a month.
Hold on, I want to see that video. 8,000 in a week. I need to watch that one. I need that money.
that video, yeah, that video is real suspect.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of money. Wow.
But you know, everybody's market is different. If you watch people's ride-alongs, some people make $150. Some people make $100. Sometimes you see somebody make $300. Like Roy said, why are we paying attention to people's pockets? What we need to do is figure out what we need in our own pockets. You know? So at the end of the day, what it's all about is go get your money, because in the end, everybody wins.
Yeah, I've definitely been guilty. I'm gonna hold up, Mr. D. You got a little background. I'm gonna mute you real quick. I've definitely been guilty of trying to get into people's pockets. I'm a super opinionated dude. I've definitely had my puff my chest out moments. I've definitely been guilty of that, right? And you know, not proud to say it, but I'm a human. I'm flawed, and I definitely sometimes get in people's pockets, or I have more in the past at least, trying to be better because I want people to be successful. I want people to make money. I want them to have the experience I had. I want them to use the apps how I used it, if that's what they want, because I've used the apps. I feel like I've squeezed the life out of the apps in my market. Yeah, I feel like I have, and I've used them to my ability. I've made other money with it, whether it's YouTube or, you know, flipping a couple vending machines. Like, I love it. Like, I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity that the apps give me. I can work as much as I want, as little as I want. I really enjoy them more. I think they're more of a positive than a negative, in my opinion. So I want people to understand, hey, I don't want you to make 20. Let's go get you 25 an hour so you could, you know, speed up the process of getting to your goals. So, you know, I've definitely been in people's pockets, and I still don't understand why anybody would take a $2 order. That's just my opinion. I'm super petty. I can never deliver $2. I just can't do it. I just don't see the value. But I also have to understand other people, for them, that's good. And if they want to make that and it makes sense, by all means. But I've definitely been guilty of the pocket watching. Like, that's for damn sure. Like, I could totally, you know, be there with that. So let me get with so DDIS, you still with us? I'm gonna unmute you guys. If you guys got some final words, just wrap it up a little. I got a couple more people working. If you guys got any other things you'd like to say, I'll start with DDIS delivery.
Absolutely. You know, like I was saying, it's, you know, watching all these content creators, you know, really talking about how it really seems to be that push now that so many people are going for top dasher, that you were so wrong. Pedro was wrong. That whole ideology was wrong. The no tip, no trip was wrong.
Which is fine. I like if everybody that goes for top dasher starts making more money, I'm going to be happy, because at the end of the day, people are reaching their goals. I don't care. It's not about right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's not about that. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like, I mean, I love the statement that everyone keeps making. Is like, if it works for you, do you. That the friendly competition that you and Sin City we're going to have, you know, to see who can make the most. We should all be doing that. Just friendly competitions, just for the bragging rights. Who cares? If it's working for you, take care of your business. But this whole idea of, you know, we all just need to get off of the no tip, no trip, just because now all of a sudden that, you know, so many people going for top. It's like, you know, if they all got together and just figured out that Pedro was some psychopath and some embezzler or some fool that winded up in jail, you know what? The next day after you ended up in jail and I got a low order on DoorDash, I'm still going to decline it.
There you go.
What does it have to do with your character? It's
That's a good point. Yeah,
it has nothing to do with that. So, you know, the gig tubers, like everyone was already pointing out, if it's your opinion and it's working for you in your market, how are you wrong? If you're making profit, how are you wrong?
Yeah. So good point. LV, what do you got, my friend?
Yeah, so I pretty much got a couple of quick things to say. So the first thing is just for everyone to have a little bit of brief history. We are actually in the third incarnation of the low tip, no trip debate. It all started with a guy named Delivery Driver Pit Stop. Now, he was the original one that said no tip, no trip. Then it transitioned into Gig Coach Jake, but instead of Gig Coach Jake saying low tip, no trip, it was low pay, no way. Then we transitioned into Pedro. So we're technically in the third stage of that. But you know, but that's just a little clarification.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. But the second thing I wanted to say, and I did leave this comment, Pedro, in one of your videos, and you did reply to me, but I don't know if you remember. But I think now in the stage of your channel, and again, you know, I'm not your daddy, you know, I'm not your manager or anything like that, but I do think in the stage of your channel now, where you're at now, to the point where you said you don't do weekends no more. There was a time you did it 7 days a week. I do think at the stage of your channel now, I do think it's time to start really digging down into how you was able to transition out of the gig space. You know, like I really do think that, because again, there's a lot of people that eventually want to have that exit plan. And I think with your situation now, I do think it'll be great for you to start doing vlogs on how to do a vending machine business. What do you have to go through? And plus too, bruh, you know, like you recently just bought a house. Now, there was a point in time where there were certain content creators that said that there's no way you can buy a house just by doing gig work, but you did. So with all that being said, those type of contents, I think, need to start going out to motivate people to get out of this gig space. You know, but that's just me.
That's a great point, and that stuff, it's coming. It's coming, and I've shared some things here and there, and the one thing I would say before we get to Roy and then Mr. D is, like, I've used the apps to make a channel. I make money on YouTube, and then that snowballed into some sponsorships, so a couple affiliate links, and then the vending machines I haven't turned a profit yet on. But, you know, and then I have a little bit of coaching on the side and things like that. So it's a multitude of things. But it started with using the apps at my time and stacking my money and grinding and working 6 or 7 days and saving and saving and saving and saving. And then figuring out, hey, I can make money on YouTube. Okay, I'll monetize that. It makes sense. I'm already making money. I might as well film my day and then double my money. So it just, you know, I just took advantage of an opportunity, and that's all the apps are for me. So definitely love what you're saying, and that stuff's definitely coming, because I think there is value in that. The reason I make a video, and I've said it before, every single day, is because I want people to see the experience and see what I've done, and I chronicleize every day. So there's no fluff. There is no, like, you see the grind, and that's part of the process for me, you know? So I appreciate you saying that, though, because that's definitely coming in the works. So appreciate that, man. Roy, some final words, my friend?
Yeah. This is it in a nutshell. When it comes to content creators, make whatever you want. You're more than power to. But at the end of the day, there's that's for Jessica, because she loves that saying. Goddamn, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, make all the content you want about whatever you want. But if these people are too lazy to get in the chat, or I'm not picking on anybody's chat. I know a lot of people already don't like me, but I'm not picking on you. But the people in the chat can get off their ass and go out and do the work and try to learn their market. It doesn't matter what we as a gig tuber tell them. We could go out and make the money for them. But if they don't want to get off their ass and learn to do their own thing, it doesn't matter what we do. So we could give you all the tips and tricks in the world, but if you don't get off your ass and go do it, it means dick at the end of the day. So you're never going to make money. And in my opinion also is, If these people have 5 to 6 hours to watch every gig content creator to learn how to make money, spend that 5 or 6 hours out in your market trying to learn how to make your own money that way. Instead of coming on YouTube and trying to learn to make money, go out in your market and try to learn money, because Pedro ain't going to make it for you. Homie to my left there ain't going to make it to you. LV ain't going to make it to you. It's not going to be made for you. So until we start getting off our ass and learning to do things for ourselves as adults, not teenagers being handed shit, it doesn't matter what we do. So so the videos are up there for your entertainment. You can like it, you can don't like it. Who cares at the end of the day? It's up to you. It's all personal responsibility at the end of the day. That's all it is. Personal responsibility. And there's so much lacking of that in the gig world. It's personal responsibility. Everybody wants to blame him. Well, I'm blaming Pedro because his shit didn't work for me. I'm blaming LV because his shit didn't work for me. No, you need to go out and get your shit to work for yourself. And that's how it works. And that's my thing. Quit worrying about YouTube so much. Go out and learn your market. Make the most money you can. You want to take it $275? More power to you. But it's up to you. It's up to you.
And you know? What I hear Roy saying, I know he's gonna laugh at this. Listen, y'all, because I know some of y'all hate when I say this, but I'm gonna say it. He's saying you need to bet on yourself. That's what Roy's saying. He's saying you need to bet on you need to just go out and do it. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You have to bet on yourself, set goals, and do it one day at a time. As corny as that may sound, that's what he's talking about, right? Nobody's gonna do it for you. You have to bet. I left the casino. The casino capped me. I got to the point where like I probably wasn't gonna make much more, maybe a bonus here and there, but I got capped at the casino, and I was working every weekend, working my brain off and my butt off, tired, not feeling good, not eating well. I got diabetes. I got type 1 diabetes. I'm not taking care of my physical or my spiritual mind, right? So like I bet on myself. And that's all Roy's saying. Like watch videos when it's cool, it's entertainment, but like you have to go out there and do it. Nobody's going to hold your hand. Nobody's going to give you a Discord link and show you how to do this. And it could work for a little while, but it's all short-term gains, right? What is your long-term gain? And that's what I try to do here. And I know it might resonate with some, but like, what's the stepping stone? Like nobody's going to do it for you. And we can get all the short-term gains we want, but like, that's going to be short. In my opinion, in this economy, it's short. There's none of us are going to be millionaires by delivering McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to happen. So, Mr. D, final words, my friend, what you got for us?
I mean, you said it best. Bet on yourself. So with that being said, everybody go out there, get that bag, have a good night, be safe. And that's all we got to do.
Yeah. I mean, I know it sounds corny to some, but I love it. The whole bet on, like, listen, I live it. I mean, we have to just be better for ourselves. Creator of your own destiny, bet on you. It's all the same shit. It's all the same. Okay. That's all it is. It's the same. And we can't be reliant on a gig tuber, a Discord person. We have to figure it out. And once you get to that point, listen, it's life-changing. I've gotten to that point. I've shown you guys like paid for cash money. Okay. Like I've done that. So, I mean, that's what it is. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Go ahead.
And just one more thing. This goes back to what Pedro's saying. If I relied on everybody on YouTube and everybody else, I wouldn't have got myself out of my homeless situation.
Facts.
So you got to do it for yourself. You know.
Facts. Yep.
I couldn't wait. You can't wait on somebody to do it for you. I got myself out of my homeless situation. If I could do that, you guys could go out and make money. It's easy.
Appreciate you sharing that with us, man. I'm going to bring in the next few people. Appreciate you, gentlemen, your candor, your honesty, your words. Appreciate y'all very much. Thank you. Okay. Right. So, man, you never know where these conversations will go. All right. I see we have the Drivens. Lisa and Tony. I'll bring you guys in a moment. Appreciate you for waiting. What do y'all think? Yeah, I think listen, we're just talking here, right? We're talking. That's all we're doing. We're talking. We're sharing ideas. We're being vulnerable. We're sharing experiences. but you got to make it your own, right? Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's got the secret recipe, the secret sauce. It's all personal, and we can share things with people in the community and drivers. But at the end of the day, we all have to go out there and do it. So one of the two people I'm about to bring in, he went out and achieved Top Dasher status himself because he wants to know what that experience is like, right? And he wants to see, hey, is it going to be valuable for me in my market? Am I going to see some gains? Is it going to be something that's going to be beneficial? Am I going to enjoy it? Am I not? And he's went around, he chronicled his journey, made some shorts, and I think he's dashed a couple days now with it. So we're going to bring him in. And so Driven Mom and Driven Lisa, we're going to bring them in a moment. I just want to see the chat real quick and say hi to some people. I see Space Invader. What up? I see Zach delivering with Ellen. What up? Freak Dog 75. We got Eric in the house. What up, Eric? Always good to see you. James, Money Talk with Tristan Thomas. What up? Abby, David Chen, Dub G still in the house. What up, Yos Malone, Nova Dasher, Jason, Krista, Bonsai, Driving with Ty, Ladies Love, Wasted Uncle. I don't know what that means. I don't even know how to say that. All right, I guess I said it right. Michael Payne. So a lot of really cool people in here. Appreciate y'all. Hit the thumbs up if you're getting any kind of value from this content. If I am a clown, hit the thumbs down. I'm good with that as well. But have your opinion heard either way, so that YouTube knows what we got going on over here. What up, Glenn? What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope the painting and the art stuff's going good. Laura, I see you. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate that, Mike. Steven, we still riding. I don't know what that. Oh, I don't know what that means. Dashing Grandpa. We're all in this together. You know what, Dub? I like that. And I think Dub G is a top dasher, right? And I want to say this on record before we bring Tony and Lisa in. I think one thing is that we can all agree upon right now. We've all seen memes. We've all seen videos, and we've seen other content creators have actually gone for Top Dasher and given their experience, and like it sucked for them, and they put all the analytics up, and so everything's market dependent. But I think one thing is for sure. Not all top dashers are clowns. I think we need to get rid of that rhetoric, right? Because it can work for some people. I think that is showing, right? But it doesn't mean it will work for all, right? So I think most people think top dashers take everything. They make no money. That is being proven to be false. I think we could agree with that, right? Because you don't have to accept everything, right? So I think we've definitely kind of accomplished that in the last month. I think top dashers are getting a little more respect. And I think that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, we're all independent. We should all be making what works for us. We should be making good decisions. Make sure you're making money, profits, whatever, however you want to say it. But I definitely think that that's something that has shifted in the last month. I think most of you guys could feel that and see that, right? And I think that's a good thing. So, all right. Let's read Ricky Knight right here says, if you have 100% acceptance rate, you have 30% to cherry pick with that next level cherry pick. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Listen, I can't get to 70 in my market. I don't feel like it'd be profitable. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And my strategy isn't broke for me. So I could totally go out and make videos about Top Dasher. I bet I get a lot more views than I get on what I'm currently doing. But it wouldn't make sense for me, but it might make sense for others. All right. So let's bring in, without further ado, let me see. Definitely not Mike. Let's bring in the Driven Dad. Looks like he's in his car. Hold up. Bring Driven Dad in and the Driven Mom. How are you guys?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you good. Lisa, can you hear us?
Hey, can you hear me?
What's up? Yes, we can hear you great. So what do you guys got going on tonight? You working? It looks like Tony's working.
Well, she's back at home lounging.
Okay. Nice.
But we'll get into that in a minute.
Out working.
We'll get that in a minute. First of all, I want to say welcome back to the live stream.
No, hold on. I need the little thing to spin, bro. I need the little thing to go.
I got maybe I could send that to you so you can just play it as one of your little things that you can load into StreamYard.
You could send it. You could totally send it to me, because the least that I would do, I would put it on when you come on, the weeks that you come on, I would definitely play it as like an intro. So send me that. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Appreciate it. But
how's it going, man? What you got on your mind tonight?
Right now I'm charging up, obviously. I got the Matrix colors going on in the background.
Okay.
And but so yeah, Lisa and I did a little showdown tonight. And I guess not Lisa. My wife, the Drivens. Oh, she's over here.
I call you guys the Driven. Sorry, I like it.
Yeah. I think Steve started that whole.
Did he? Okay.
Drivens.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard it from somewhere. I didn't know where, but I definitely remember hearing it. So.
But anyways, we had a little showdown. Lately, I was doing a couple live streams over the weekend. I couldn't really multi-app with that way. So today we did multi-apping.
And Tony's dragging this out and not telling people what the results are.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me interrupt so I can get this going for the Driven Mom. Okay, so you guys did a contest where you guys both multi-apping or not?
Yeah, we dashed off.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk to the Driven Mom now. The Driven Mom, how did it go for you?
Let me pull up my GridWise earnings for the night real fast. Now this is with DoorDash and Uber Eats. I made $259.01.
How much time were we out?
Why did I just lose that?
I think she was out for about 6
hours, 259. That's fantastic.
No, 7 hours. It was 7 hours. I started at 2:15 and I ended at 9:15.
Wow, that's an awesome day. I know I'm missing out on money. I don't work the weekends, and I know I can make more, but because I hear all these earnings, people making like that's fantastic day.
Honestly, I think I just got
lucky. Okay.
Yeah.
What was your highest paying order that you remember from today?
I had really 2 on Uber Eats. One was Maggiano's, and that ended up being $56.
Ooh, nice.
With a $28 tip, and then the other was barbecue, and that was $52 with a $37 tip.
So hold on. So there was like a $20 base pay on those?
I had a surge.
Oh, got it. Okay, yep. I know how. I love the surge.
You gotta know how to work the.
Oh, I know how to
Uber
work it.
system.
I know how to work it. So Tony, the Driven Dad.
Yeah.
She made $259.01. What did you make?
I'm waiting on one more tip, but I had to hit 200. I'm going to end up around 215.
Okay.
Took an extra hour.
Okay. So you were out for 8 hours?
Yeah, we went out about the same time.
Yeah. So it sounds
But he had to work an extra hour.
Yeah, so it sounds like she had a couple bangers, and maybe you didn't have those. Did you have? What was your highest? Well,
so we multi-apped, and I was on DoorDash mainly, and she was on Uber Eats mainly. Uber was hidden for her. I was locked out of getting those Ubers because, I had it. I don't try to get an Uber while I'm en route. If I didn't get a dirty multi-app or whatever while I am in the way to pick something up, I'm not going to turn on the other apps until but like Uber was just hitting hard today, and I should have switched up the game plan. But
and you were doing Uber rideshare.
No, we did.
Or you were doing just food delivery. Okay.
Yeah, because I can't do rideshare.
I definitely could have cleaned up on Uber rideshare, but
yeah, I bet.
Then I couldn't talk to my wife while we're dashing and everything, and that wouldn't have been as fun. Probably lost maybe $50.
Yeah,
we probably could have ended about the same.
So let me ask you a question. I know you got Top Dasher, and then I saw your live, I believe, on Friday and or Saturday. I think both days. I popped in on both days, right? For a little bit.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you
my best order of the weekend.
I saw that $100. That's nice.
It says
Damn.
God bless on it.
I mean, those are awesome, man. That's awesome. So
that was all luck.
Let me ask you. It is. Yeah, it is. It's a roll of the dice. Let me ask you this. So I know your acceptance rate went down a lot. You know, you got it back down to maybe whatever's normal to you. But did you? I know it's the weekend, right? But today, when you were out Sunday, did you see did you see a difference in some of the offers that were hitting your phone versus, like, let's say, last week?
All right, so it's hard for me to really quantify that because honestly, I guess if I were to look at what I had to do to get Top Dasher, I'm definitely getting different kinds of orders, but I'm filtering through a lot more orders. So I did get a few good ones while I was going for Top Dasher, and I may have or may not have had access to more good ones had I not accepted everything. So I'll say that, and I really don't have a good statistic to go off of prior to going for Top Dasher because I just wasn't using DoorDash hardly at all.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because it wasn't hitting for me. It's just Uber and Lyft are just banging right now, and I'll take a little bit lower miles, dollars to mile ratio on that for way higher cash flow, especially doing the luck stuff. So
yeah, I hear that.
I don't have any solid info on that, but I do know that there was a point where Lisa and I were able to be in the lot together, and there were several times where her phone got orders where I wasn't even getting any orders yet.
So
And
she declined it, and I would get it.
So the Driven Mom, you're not a Top Dasher.
I am not a Top Dasher. At
She's
the
a
end
bottom
of
dasher.
August, my acceptance rate was 7%.
Okay, and you guys are saying you're in the same lot, and Lisa's phone's going off, and Tony's is not.
Right.
Correct.
And this is
Right.
why I stopped doing the Top Dasher grind at the end of the month last year, because I was like, if I'm not even getting priority on crappy orders or good orders, I'm getting second fiddle to her.
Yeah.
For, you know, I put in a bunch of grinding hours in, and all I get is Dash Now. I don't really need Dash Now in Denver. So
Let me ask you a question. Do you, when Lisa's phone would be going off and yours wasn't, and let's say the offer is $8, let's just say, did you see, and you know, you'd never hit your phone, and did you see a better offer come to you after that though? Like one that, like, was it waiting for you to send you something better? Did you see that?
No, actually, maybe I had a higher amount of dollar that came to me next. But it was dollars to miles worse, and neither of them were good orders to begin with. But then, we traded orders right after that.
Okay.
And it happened several times.
Yeah.
Whatever she got, then I would get, and then I'd decline it. I get something, and then send it to her, and it was, because of where we were sitting, I assume, versus my Top Dasher and her not Top Dasher.
Lisa, what's your acceptance rate, Lisa, on DoorDash?
Right now, it's 5%.
5. Tony, yours is probably pretty low too right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I made it all the way up to 9% tonight from 6.
Okay, wow, that's man, that's so low. I haven't been in the single digits in a while. The lowest I've been in the last month is probably, I think I got to 14. I've been to 0% twice, but now I think I'm at 20. I think I'm at 24% right now. But I think it's funny because we hear so many different experiences people are having, and that kind of goes to what I'm trying to say. Like, my opinion, at least, is that it's going to be market dependent, because you have other people saying, well, Top Dashers get priority. And then I've had multiple people tell me, well, like, you share your guys' story. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I think it's just, we have to understand we're all in different areas, and DoorDash is going to send you what's there. And maybe they sent Lisa that based on, who knows? I have no idea.
I think maybe it has to do with, I have my Android phone that I was using. She's using her iPhone. Has two different kinds of antennas. So maybe in that spot, she has a stronger signal.
Could be that.
And
yeah.
It's just
could
pinging her
definitely be that.
first. But
it could definitely be that.
the other thing I wanted to say is that with DoorDash's hidden tip marker and Uber's hidden tip marker, if Uber is banging, which it always is in Denver on Sunday, always, I'd say like 98% of the time. Maybe there's 1 or 2 days it's not, but their hidden tip indicator is a much more predictable on being able to get a really good high-paying order, just because it's a higher threshold. And then you can stack, if you have the rideshare version, you can stack some surge onto it as well.
You mean Uber, right? Yeah, Uber's better,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I agree
Because
with
you're
that.
taking a huge gamble. Like if I were to get a $12 offer on PF Chang's with Uber versus a $6.25 PF Chang's on Uber, they both have 12 items, let's say. I'm going to say that Uber's going to hit harder than the PF Chang's on DoorDash. May not even go up.
Yeah, I definitely, Uber for me per order pays me more on average than DoorDash. DoorDash in my market is just busier, but when I do turn on the app, or when I was working weekends and I had them both on, like Uber was just better overall, like the money, like
yeah.
And even just taking the rideshare out, because in my market, I have the Uber like rideshare account or whatever. I do both. And if there's a surge, and I've shown people this, like if there's an $8 surge for rideshare, if an Uber Eats comes in, if I'm there in that area, I get that $8 and I'll get in the orders. I mean, I've gotten like crazy orders going very low miles, and they definitely high tips. And I actually like some of the stacks on Uber, because I've had like, it'll show me $19 for 2 orders. Maybe it's like 8 miles, and that bad boy would be 50 at the end by the time I'm done, because both orders had a hidden tip, because both customers tip more than $8. And Uber's great for that. I mean, I really think that platform is designed for just higher paying orders on average. But like I said, DoorDash is just, the volume is just so there that I give it, I give it more time most of the time. So
yeah, I think it's like at least in Denver. I don't know about everybody else's market, but and then more specifically in the zone that I work in, for the DoorDash zone of Centennial, is like, I think the flow of ordering for people that use Uber Eats, like throughout the week, they might use it, but like, I don't know, maybe DoorDash has better offers for them while they're at work. But when they're at home, maybe they have restaurants they like better, or the deals are better with their Uber One or whatever. I don't know why it works this way, but Uber on the weekends is like unbeatable. And then on the weekdays, there might be some special that they send out to people. I don't know. It's like random. There'll be one good day where Uber's just destroying DoorDash as far as order volume.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lisa, is that your experience too, Lisa?
Yeah, I mean, I typically drive the weekdays, and I would say volume-wise, DoorDash is definitely the king. But when it comes to offers, Uber Eats kills it every time. Like tonight, my lowest offer on DoorDash was $7.50. Excuse me, that I took. There was much lower offers. I just didn't take them. And then on Uber Eats, my lowest offer that I took was $15.
Wow, that's really good. But you had like you said earlier, you had those surges, right, with the Uber.
Yeah,
so that helped a little bit.
That's with surges. I mean, my last 2 offers of the night did not have surge on them, and like the one told me that it was going to be $14.41. It ended up being $26.41.
Wow.
And
yeah,
then,
what I love about Uber is they're not afraid to lose money to get an order take. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll put out if there's not enough drivers, or there's too many orders that need to be done, or whatever the situation is, Uber will lose their, they'll go negative to what they made to make sure a driver can actually make a little money, or the order gets taken. DoorDash is always going to make, like, they're not going to usually go negative most of the time. And they'll just keep sending out trash. And then the base pay might go up, but like, and they might add a peak pay, but like Uber, I mean, when I go to other details on my orders, it says Uber, the line where it says how much Uber made, it'll be negative $1.50, -$8, -$5, and they're actually losing money on that customer, which to me is like, it's kind of fascinating how often that happens for me sometimes when I see those surges.
You say that, and maybe that will explain why I feel like the weekends are busier on Uber. Maybe people just feel like it's a lot more reliable to get their order on time.
It could
because
be.
Uber will pay extra. I wanted to, maybe if you guys can see that, I don't know, but there we go.
I can see it. Yeah, stay still. I see
All right.
7 hours.
You see that 142? That's declined today.
Oh, I do see it. Oh my, that's a lot.
And then you see that total at the top there, 151 or 141.50.
141. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I made $1 per decline today.
I've never heard anybody put it that way. I think the most I've declined in one day, because I actually counted, because I have like I get the text message. I don't use those apps like you have, so I had to go back and count my text notifications, and I can look at, okay, I accepted 10, and I think most of it was like about 100 that I've declined in one day. Like recently, last year was like one day it was like 200, but I'm not out as much as I was last year, but like that's a lot of declines in 7 hours. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, I will also mention that anybody that loves the DUH app and they also do Grubhub and or Uber Eats, like don't sleep on that Maximo app. It's like half the price per month. And it's a lot more versatile. It's got auto decline for Grubhub. It's got auto accept decline for Uber and Lyft. And other apps too that I don't even have access to or I don't use. There's a whole list of apps in there. But
yeah, Gary's in here. Gary, if you want to put your link into that Gary'sApps.com, definitely check it out. We had a what do you call it? Guest earlier came in, Sandy, I think her name was, and she was asking, and I told her, go check this app out. Like it might be helpful for you. I have an Apple, so I can't use them, but
it's a true
I was going to say that.
Like all these Bixby and Siri and whatever, Google Assistant, like they're all fake assistants. Gary'sApps.com is the real assistant.
I like that. We need to get Gary. We need to get some merch for Tony, because I know I see him with the solo hat. He's got the rideshare hat. We need it. He needs a duh hat. Gary, make it happen, my man. Make it happen. Get him. Let him help you out, my man. That's awesome. So Tony, let me ask you a question. Okay. Are you going to continue to keep track of some data this month that you are Tap Dasher? Like, is that still part of your plan, or what are you going to do there?
Absolutely. So my initial strategy was I want to use it for the lunch hours, and I've only had it for one day. I think it was Friday for lunch. And so I want to gather some information on that, and I'm still trying to get in on large order. You got to get the right person to let you get in, but
I got in this Friday, man. It took me a little. I had to get to the second agent. I bought a bag from Doordash. I did everything I could to try to like just make sure they felt like I really want. I got my completion rate to 95 on Friday, because it was like 91, 92. So I didn't do any unassigns this week at all. I made it a point to just be patient. Like, I need to get this to 95. Like, that's the only metrics I didn't have. So I'm going to see this week and next week if it helps. I hope it does. But I'm really curious to see your experience. I know you'll be willing to share it, and other people's experience that is doing it. I think we're seeing some good results from some people. And I also see results that you're having, like, hey, I'm getting some good orders, but I'm also having decline a lot, so I think it's just going to be interesting to get people's perspectives in their markets and see who's going to have success with it. I think it's going to be a fun thing to kind of play out a little bit,
Right. Well, we'll say this, that if there is any validation to this project or Deep Red AI, and you can decline all the trash this weekend, today more so than yesterday. Really, 142 declines of trash. Should have retrained the algorithm for me, so that my week coming up, I should get better offers.
You're negotiating and figuring it out. I mean, who knows? I think,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I think what I like about being in the gig economy and having these apps is, if you're somebody like yourself, you rent the Tesla out, and you can say, okay, I realize in my market that I can do really well with rideshare, and then I can mix in this, or, and then Lisa has, okay, I got DoorDash, I got Uber Eats, and, we figure out what people are willing to pay us to do. And then we do that regardless of somebody else's opinion or whatever. Like, you guys have done the work to figure out, look, he's at 9%. See, to me, that's crazy how, like, you could be at 100 and in just a few days it's down to 9. That's wild to me. Like,
my first day, I dropped it down to 4, I think.
Yeah, that is like,
just
wow.
3,200 on this account, and then on the other account it was around 1,200. The one that got deactivated.
That's wild. See, so what I'm getting ready to do with Madison, I asked her to sign up for DoorDash a couple weeks ago. She got it. She's going to work. She's going to take everything. Like, she's just going to, right now when we open up her account, there's no, ratings. Everything's just blank, 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 blank. She's going to take every single order. She's going to dash just a little bit, an hour here, 2 hours there. It'll be part-time, but she's going to have 100% on everything. And I'm going to continue to do my thing. And I'm going to see, like, what does DoorDash give a new driver that's taking everything in St. Louis? And we're going to, she's going to work the same exact zone one day. And it's going to be a very small sample size, and I'll share this experience with you guys. We'll go out for 2 hours at the same time. We'll both start at 12 and we'll end at 2 or 3 hours. And we'll see, okay, who made more? She took everything, I didn't. And I think it'll just be a fun little thing to do, just to see, like, just to stack the numbers up. Not much can be theorized by such a small sample size, but for me, I just want to do it to see, like, does she get good orders because she's new? Does she get good orders because she's taking everything? Or with my market, we see a lot of trash. Is it going to send her a lot of trash and then she's not making nothing? She's going to be a little bit of a guinea pig for me. So shout out to Madison. She's going to do the brunt work, and see how it goes.
If she has any of the kind of experience I had in Denver, I bet her stats will end up around $16 to $18 an hour, $1 a mile.
Yeah.
She's going to lose on some, and she's going to gain back on other, and it's going to probably average around there, accepting everything at the lunch hour.
Yeah. And then basically she's, since we're starting in September, when she ends September, she'll have Top Dasher, I think
she has to get 100 orders.
She has to get 100 orders. So we're going to have to figure that out. She has to have 100 orders. I think she should be able to get 100 this month. I feel confident in that. We have 3 weeks basically if we start this coming up week. So then, she'll start as a Top Dasher in October, and then we'll see if that helps her or not. So
I figure for anybody trying to stay large order program, if you did 3 orders a day and then a couple extra 1 or 2 days, you should be able to maintain your eligibility for that.
Yeah. So we're gonna see how it works for her. Plus, I think she's just excited. She's a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't, so I think she's excited just to just get in the car and just work a little bit and just, you know what I mean? At least
interact with some adults.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
it
bet.
is nice.
And we only have the one, and she's wild though. Our one that we have her energy is so high, like it's hard to keep up with her. I mean, one day one second she's in a room, and then literally it's 5 seconds she's at the other side of the house, and like she's got her clothes off. It's crazy. It's to keep up with her is wild. So I think she's looking forward to just all right, new little experience. Plus she's gonna make a little money. So who doesn't want to make a little cash, right? So it'll be interesting, and I'm really looking forward to what you guys got going on. Lisa, I think you just dropped was it a safety video yesterday? Am I right about that?
Yeah,
you're
right.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot going on in the news lately with rideshare and, delivery drivers experiencing crime against them. And then Steve, Rideshare Rodeo, did a panel on safety this week. And I mean, I'm just coming up with new content for my channel that's going to benefit the most people. And so that's why I put that video out. It's just 10 safety tips to help people stay safe who are doing gig work.
Love it. That's awesome. And we need more videos like that because I think it's a topic that we definitely hit on at times, but we don't hit on it as much as, Top Dasher, Cherry Picker, and this, and
Right.
DoorDash is coming to an end, all that kind of stuff that we see. But it's definitely something that I've noticed more often, maybe in the last 6 months or so. And Steve kind of started it a little bit 6 months, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And people are doing more of that conversation and having a panel with Para that I saw you guys did. And I think it's important because we have to realize we are doing a job that at times can be unsafe. And, just look at the news or think about a personal experience that you've had. Like, we've all had a situation that didn't feel great. And I think watching videos like that can kind of help people understand, okay, what can I be thinking about or what can I do if something happens so that I'm a little more prepared,
Yeah, and Roy has been on the safety wagon since the inception of his channel, basically.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. Definitely stay in touch. I'm gonna have Tony. I'll just put this out there. We can talk off camera as well, but I'm gonna have next week and the week after some people on. So I'd like to maybe have you back on to continue to talk about your experience. Richard Sin City Deliveries is coming on next week, just so we can have different people's perspectives, whatever they are, and we can actually have some actual data to back up the experiences. So definitely love to have you back on for that. So
to touch on the topic of wrong and right and everything, gig tuber or just gig worker, combo doesn't matter to me. We're all independent contractors. How you want to work is how you should work. Everybody else's opinion doesn't even matter. If you want to work Top Dasher, do that for you, not because DoorDash is making you do it. If you want to do DoorDash Top Dasher, you want to be a Uber driver diamond, you want to have all green stats, however you like to work, whether you care about your profits or not, that's your decision. You're an independent contractor. You should have the freedom to make that choice. And everybody just has to have thick skin in any line of work, especially when you're on camera. Don't let everybody else's opinion sway you. If you want to run some experiments, you want to see what kind of data you can formulate for how your accounts work and everything, and then you can help people make decisions, that's another story. But other people's opinions don't matter when it comes to your life.
You know what? I should just, if you got a mic, just drop it right now if you got one in your car, because I couldn't have really said, I mean, that's, I think a lot of us can think it, but we don't say it. But that's, Tony's speaking facts, guys. And I think you mentioned thick skin and, gig, this space is so weird sometimes. And really, it's just YouTube and social media because we have opinions. We, all three of you guys put your face and your experience on camera. And that's not always easy to do, right? But I think if you're feeling like it doesn't really matter what other people think, you can make content and feel good about it because you feel like you didn't compromise yourself. And like, this is my experience. And if you like it, you don't like it. You know what I mean? So
well, ultimately, we all want to help people. At least that's my perspective. Like, I want to help people make good choices for what they want to do, whether they want to copy how I work or do exact opposites or take a grocery store approach. Like, I like that, I don't like that, so I'll leave that on the shelf. Like, however you get help from me, or even like when you chat with me, I can answer questions, etc. Like, I want to help people. That's ultimately why I started the YouTube channel, is that there was nobody in Denver doing the YouTube stuff for Uber at the time, and I figured I'd jump in, and then this is where we're at now. So
thanks, love it. And so guys, people in the chat, if you don't know, the Driven Dad, the Driven Mom, they got channels. I know the Driven Dad's coming up on 1,000. I think he's going to hit it once you get to that 800. Once you get to the 800, I know it kind of YouTube helps you. So if you guys want, go check out the content, watch a video or two, and if you like it, subscribe to these guys. They're definitely giving some positive vibes out there and sharing their experiences in their market. So appreciate you guys for coming on and waiting, and definitely talk to you guys soon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Have a
thank
good night,
you.
Pedro.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I think I cut him off. He's probably saying maybe have a good Labor Day. You guys have a good Labor Day as well. Labor Day is tomorrow. So let's see. Wow, we've already been on for almost 3 hours. This night has flown by. Some really good guests on tonight. I think we've had some really good conversations, good perspective, good opinions, right? Some facts have been told, some life stuff. We shared some things. I think it's been a good night. At the end of the day, we're not done yet, but at the end of the day, I think somebody said we were saying that a lot earlier, but at the end of the day, you got to do what works for you. Just make money. That's all. I'll still be the guy. I'll have no problem challenging people. I'll still have an opinion. I'll still get petty sometimes because that's who I am as a person. Okay. I am who I am. I hold no punches. I will never apologize for being myself. You still got to make profits and just look at your numbers. I still think not enough of us look at our numbers. Are we using an app to help cipher through those numbers? Are you tracking your miles? What's your profitability? It's Sunday. Listen, most of us are done working right now. What did you make this week? Don't show me your DoorDash phone. Look, I made $8,000, Pedro. No, you didn't make $8,000. You made less because you had to invest some of your money, gasoline or whatever else, to get that 8,000. Right? So I just continue to challenge. Make sure you're maximizing your opportunities in your market, whatever that means. Whether that means being a top dasher, a cherry picker, a no tip, no trip. It doesn't matter because the algorithm caps you, and it doesn't matter. You're gonna get what you get, like whatever you feel. As long as you're making your profits and you're providing and you feel good about that, I think the gig economy can be a great place. I think a lot of people have shown that. I think you can have success in the gig economy. Some will, some won't. Right? This isn't for everybody. It is a grind. You have to hustle. You have to self-motivate. But if you can do those things, there's still money to be made here. And the gig economy isn't just food delivery or rideshare. There's a lot of other apps, guys. We talk about a very small percentage of the gig economy here, but there's a lot of other things you could do to actually make money, right? What an interesting night. Let me get in the chat. Let's keep hitting that thumbs up. I don't know how many thumbs up we got. Can somebody tell me? If you guys can tell me, I don't mind asking for thumbs up. Y'all know me. Let's see. Let's put up this guy right here, and let's look at the comments. Okay. What up, Jason? What up, John? Cuddle. What? I don't know what that means. 169. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the thumbs up. Diversify your apps. Yes. It was this dad. What's that say? Dad Dash. I like that. Ooh, Dad Dash, you got a channel. I feel like I've watched some of your stuff. Do you have one? Put up a thumbs up emoji. If that icon and name looks really familiar to me. Saying it like it is, Dino. Dino, I need to have you on the channel. We got to figure out how to do this. We got to figure out. I want to have you on the channel. Appreciate y'all. Living up Levi. What up, bro? Levi, how you doing, man? KB, what's up? But yeah, so Dash, he does. Okay, cool. Yeah. I feel like I found your channel in the last couple of weeks. Last 2 weeks, maybe. Just got in from DoorDash. How did it go, Dino? Level up with Pedro. You know what the Cuddle app is. Come on. Wait, hold up. Oh, Roxy, you talking about that? Yeah, I know, right? That's funny. That's a different channel though. Definitely listen, y'all. I want y'all to spam saying it like it is his comment section and tell him he said he did so. I need him on the channel. We got to figure out how to get his phone. I'll send you a StreamYard. I want him to talk about some stuff. He's an OG in the delivery space. And I want to get his perspective on some things. So Sundays are hit or miss. Yeah, okay. But yeah, saying it like it is. Dino's got to come on the channel. He's got to chop it up with me. All right. So now what do? We're at the time. It's super late to place an order. I don't think I will tonight. Only because we actually spent money today eating like eating out. So I really don't feel like wasting the money, if I'm being honest. But I still will vibe with you guys for a little bit. Sunday is the best day. Yeah, Sundays are so, I feel like a lot of people say Sundays are good. What's a good web camera? Let me know. Dino, I'm gonna get in one of your videos and put, actually here, I'm gonna put if you could just email me or something. Hold up. Hit me on the email, Dino. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do a live order tonight, but I'll still hang out with you guys for a little bit. Sundays are good. It's been a while since I've ever worked a Sunday, but I know they're pretty good. Sunday's just a personal day that I enjoy taking off. It's a family day for me. But I definitely know with football season coming back, listen, if you guys are not part of the DoorDash pizza program, you look into that, because you might be missing out on some opportunities on Sundays. Thursday night, football starts this Thursday night, and then you have Sundays, and then you got Monday night football. So you might be missing out on some opportunities in your market if you're not part of the pizza program, even if beyond the Sundays, right? I do a lot of Papa John's runs, and I got a Papa John's close to where I live, and a lot of them are short mileage. A lot of them are trash, but a lot of them are good. They'll stack them. They high tips on them. Like, my Papa John's is pretty fast and efficient. Plus, it works with the other local pizza joints. Definitely recommend the pizza program. Definitely. Now, the cash on delivery, that's a whole nother thing. That's up to you if you want to handle cash and things like that. I tried it. It's not for me. But you can get cash tips on those as well. It's possible for sure. A lot of people that order pizza normally tip in cash, whether it's a $5 or $10 bill. That's normal for a lot of consumers. But definitely get a pizza program. You got to get you a pizza bag. If you have your local pizza joints, ask them if they have a bag. Papa John's, Little Caesars, all of my pizza bags I've gotten for free. I haven't spent any money on my pizza bags. I've gotten probably about 20 pizza bags in the last, 9 months. And I've given away a lot. I've sent them out to some of you guys. I still have, I think, 5 or 6 in my car right now. Get on that program for sure. Dad Dash says, I have a couple pizza places that I have gotten $20 to $30 hidden tip orders. DoorDash teams up with Slice. Yes, I've delivered Slice as well. So Slice is basically a company that just does like pizza stuff, and like local joints and even like some chain places can. For me, it's mostly local joints will team up with Slice, and they use DoorDash or Uber Eats to facilitate that particular delivery. So get your pizza bag, y'all. So John says, I'll be doing a live order tonight. Check out the after party. Let's get at Pedro to party with us tonight. I might. Oh, what's he got? Thanks for subs. Ooh, nice. A24. Sweet, man. You're almost there. I love it. And, for gig content creators, getting 1,000 subscribers does a lot. It opens up the monetization. Plus, it's kind of like it's something to celebrate as a content creator. It's not easy to get 1,000 subscribers, right? And it's kind of something to celebrate. So definitely, man, that's what's up. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. What's this here? I'm drinking a high C juice box right now. Oh God. That's crazy. Driven Mom got 4 new subs. Nice. Sweet. Love it. Okay, so in closing, for anybody that's been here from the beginning to the end, you guys are amazing. For anybody that's watched that even just clicked on the live at all, appreciate you guys supporting the channel. I mean that. I mean it. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you're watching on a replay, drop a comment about what you think we talked about tonight. Are gig tubers wrong? I think some of us are. I've been wrong before. I could definitely admit I have been wrong before, because we're human. And when everybody's trying to be right and trying to figure this out and speak on their personal experience in their market, sometimes you're going to be wrong to some people, because not everybody that watches YouTube is in your market. Not everybody's experience is going to be the same. Not everybody's goals are going to be the same, right? So a 65-year-old grandma dashing in Kentucky, her experience is probably going to be different than somebody in Los Angeles, somebody in New York. My experience in St. Louis is going to be different than somebody in California. There's Prop 22 over there, right? Somebody's experience in Colorado is probably going to be a little bit different than somebody in Florida, right? The demographics are different. The clientele is different. The median incomes are different. Neighborhoods are different. Infrastructure of highways are different. The population is different. Seasons are different. Okay. This food delivery and the way people eat can be very seasonal as well. So there's so many different things, right? So I just want us as content creators, and I will be the first to admit, we need to do a better job sometimes of what we're saying and be selective with our words. And I think we got to just understand that not everybody's experience is going to be the same. There isn't a cookie cutter for this gig economy, right? And I think some people are going to get value from certain videos and other people aren't going to get the same amount of value. But at the end of the day, it's cool. It's fun to talk about it. We got to remember YouTube is entertainment. I think most of you guys watch for the entertainment value. You could care less about the tips, the tricks, and how much you make. And some people come for that. That's cool too. I think most of it is entertainment, relatability. You're watching somebody for their personality, for how silly they can be, for what nonsense they can say. What's he going to say next? I got to disagree with him because he said that. So now I got to make it. There's so many different reasons, but do what works for you. And I beg of you, just make profits. Because if you're not making profits, okay, what's the next step? And I think the gig economy is a great way to do this right here. And I've shown that. And the one thing, people say, Pedro's backpedaling. No tip, no trip is done. Pedro's scared. He's changing his content. He's running. He's done. He's done. Y'all, you guys are, the people that think that are hilarious. Thank you for watching. I'm not going anywhere. Like I've said, this is just the beginning. I love it. Okay, listen. I think that's it. Let me see if we got any other good comments in before I head out. Yeah, kids back in school. Yeah. Are you not entertained? Isn't that why you are here? Somebody dropped, what movie is that from? What movie and then what artist used that in the intro? Are you not entertained? Isn't that why you are here? Let's see if somebody knows. Pedro, peace out from the honeymoon. Yeah, Glenn, nice, man. Anybody? What movie is that from? Are you not entertained? Isn't that why you are here? That's a bad impersonation. Anybody? Nobody? No. Daniel, there we go. The Gladiator. Yes. And then Jay-Z, the hip hop artist, on an album, one of his first songs, he used that intro. And it's like Spaniard, Spaniard, Spaniard. When they're all chanting for Max. What's his name? What was his name? What was the character's name in that movie? I can't remember Russell Crowe's character's name. It's a badass name. Somebody drop it for me. Yeah, Jay-Z was an artist. What was his name? Maximus. Thank you. Yes, the Dapper Dasher. What up, bro? Great movie, great song, but this is entertainment, right? Listen. I'm just calling it what it is, right? And I appreciate you guys for watching. Video out tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'm going to do something. I debated on whether or not to work, but I think I'm going to work for a little bit tomorrow. I think there could be some good money in my market on Labor Day. Probably maybe some shopping pays. I'm going to see what the apps give me, and I'm going to see what we can make. Kobe, what up? Maximus, yes. Yeah, 300 is a really good movie too. I like Gladiator better. 300 is good though. They're different movies, but I like Gladiator. It's good all the way around. Been a few years since I've seen it. So, listen, do you, but watch your money. Look at your profits. At some point, I want to do a Sunday live where we can, for those that are willing, we could open the StreamYard and we can say, all right, let's open the books up. I'll open my books. You open yours. We can share ideas. How much do we really make? I think if we're able to, if a few people, and I think a couple will, able to be vulnerable and say, oh man, I had a good week. I had a bad week. Man, I drove too many miles this week. Man, I spent this much on gas. Like, okay, what can I do better next week? Can I do anything better? I don't know. I think that could be interesting live, and maybe have a financial guru come in and give their information about how to track things and what's important. I think that could be educational for some. So we'll definitely do that. Because profits are all that matters. Forget whether you're a top dasher, whatever you do. If you're not making profits, that's the issue, right? So, I guess that's all I got, man. I'm gonna go up. We're just at 3 hours. Hang out with the girlfriend for a little while. Get ready for tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Hit the thumbs up on the way out if you don't mind. Sorry we did no live food order tonight, but the night just didn't go that way. So, bet on you. Set goals one day at a time. I ain't going anywhere. Nobody's backpedaling. No tip, no trip is alive. See ya.